Are we there? Are we live? Everyone let me know. Can you hear me? It has been a crazy, crazy anxiety day today. The joys of being a an artist and a prop builder. And hey, Ron, how are you? Can you hear me okay? I'm on the iPad with the mic boom, and Christina's just getting a couple of things done. It's been a very anxiety filled day today, with a lot of things not working out the way we need them to. So, hang on a sec. Hey, we're getting some retweets on this broadcast. That's awesome. So, how is everyone today? Did I say it? Greetings, fellow hamsters, and welcome replay viewers. How is everyone? Give a few people a chance to sort of to tune in and join us. We're a little earlier than we normally are, and today was actually going to be one of our off, not broadcast days, but we'll we thought we'd come on. Originally it was going to be about 2 o'clock this afternoon, but a lot of things got away from us. Just woke up, got to get ready for work soon. Oh, that's true. It's a weekday. It's morning for you. It's work time. I do wonder how many people are actually at work right now. I'm hearing a whistle. I'm seeing a pippin. Hey, check this out. Can we see him? Yeah, there he is. Hey, Eric, how are you? We're talking about life as a prop maker. Sorry, I've got some cat on the mic. Hang on one sec here. Okay, just had to check on a couple of things. So we had originally planned on coming on at 2 o'clock this afternoon, but working on the web store and getting a few other things and having a bit of a crisis situation online kind of delayed us a little bit. Hope everyone was at work. Horrible days when understaffed. Oh, at your work? Yeah, no kidding. So, but overall, we're doing as well as can be considered. And the hope this evening is to do a little bit of a barbecue here while we chat. So we'll see how things go. But how is everyone out there? I know everyone's kind of managing managing COVID as well as they can, and then and we're seeing here if we got anybody that's interested. Did we guys get it? Did we get any sleep? We got some sleep, yeah. Not as many hours as we had hoped for, but we did manage to get some sleep. So the things we've been working on today, again, we've been working on the web store quite a bit, trying to finish off some of the listings, but we had a little bit of a sidetrack with a bit of a social media crisis with a friend of ours or with somebody that we know who's not doing well and not handling things very well. So it's nothing that we need to really deal with here online, but things are coming along. We've got a few more items up on the web store. We've got anti-social media issue. Pretty much, yeah. So, but it's a nice day here. It's the temperatures are relatively warm and it's just a light breeze going on. So we thought we'd do a bit of a broadcast from the front deck, and we'll see how things go. But yeah, sometimes when these issues pop up and they're things that we don't necessarily expect, sort of just hit us out of the blue when we're in the middle of everything else going on, that it really puts a wrench in the works, right? So what was starting to be a productive day, a functional day, kind of got sort of sidetracked a little bit by some of the emotional issues in dealing with this person online. And then it has nothing to do with the issue that we had last week. That seems to have kind of, I don't know, dissolved itself, or mutual blocking or something has occurred. So, but we realize that it's things are going to happen. People are going to be emotional when a lot, especially when loss is concerned. Like this person's been dealing with a loss, and they're not letting go. And in some ways, I can understand how that feels. Um, everyone faces loss their own way. Right now we got a cat. Check this out. He's like, "Why are you outside and I'm in here?" If we get a chance, we'll get Pippin out here during the broadcast as well, because he's actually been enjoying coming out on the front deck while we're out here. We only let him out while we're out here, and we put his leash and his harness on, and he actually knows that he's not allowed to go outside the house without the leash and harness, which is actually pretty cool. Um, so we're just waiting. Waiting to see Alka-Seltzer issues. Sometimes just wait for them to fizzle out. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. So, and it's something we're going to keep an eye on at least for the next little while, and make sure there aren't any further escalations of the situation. So, but the one definite thing we want to get taken care of is to get some food going here. So what I'm going to do, since I'm running portable here, I'm not in the best mood. My anxiety and stress has been hard. People I know on Facebook invite, pages and groups have no interest. If I've asked them to please not invite me. Okay, yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's these things kind of transpire and kind of get in the way. Oh, speaking of getting annoying, there's my hand. If I hold the iPad from that side, my hand blocks the camera. But I'm gonna come in and see what I can take care of here. Get a kitchen light going on. The unfortunate thing is we didn't take our meat out of the freezer soon enough. It's only been out for a couple of hours, or not even a couple of hours. It's still quite frozen. Yeah, and when we were asking for moderators and directors earlier on, it's definitely been interesting finding people who are both available and willing to do that. So it froze on me. I miss what you said on my comment. Oh, it's understandable. So that we've got, everyone's got their own way of dealing with things. Cold water in the frozen meat will thaw faster and safer. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So, but what I'm going to do right now is going to switch to meatballs. So we've got the IKEA meatballs. We got some chicken balls here. Yes, chicken balls. Who would have thought? I got rid. Thaw faster and safer. You got rid of. Got to a point where I got rid of all social media. Only Haps and anonymous Reddit account. Oh wow, yeah. Actually, just checking a couple of things here. Christina's just sent me a great idea. Doing a meatball sandwich, and we actually, instead of the chicken balls, we got fish ones. So let's take a look in the freezer here. This is the great thing about IKEA. You go to the where is it? There we go. You can go to IKEA, and even though the restaurant's not open right now, but they will sell you the frozen packages of their meatballs. So they have both the the beef meatballs they've got, which we don't eat, right? And then they've got chicken, they've got the soy-based or plant-based meatballs, and then they've got cod and salmon. So that's what we're going to go with. Instead of doing a barbecue, I'm going to do that right in here. Can't really afford to do that given our industry. Oh, get rid of social media? No, definitely not. So I'm going to try and do these actually Christine is also making a great suggestion to do them on the barbecue itself, because we've got one of those little flat skillets, that like little griddles that fits on the barbecue. So I'm gonna dole out some of these meatballs, because IKEA still sell horse meatballs. Well, not in Canada, not that I know of. If they do, they're certainly not describing them as such. So, but yeah, I know Christina will be joining us shortly. She's just she's a bit emotionally reeling from the situation that we had online earlier, and then we will get this going. So, let's see. We've got the meatballs, barbecue set up out there. Got meatball marinara sandwiches. Love the ones at Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's, never heard of that place. I guess it's American chain, right? We have basically Subway here and a bunch of other smaller places. Alrighty. Then she has to remake up, etc. LOL. Yeah, there she is right now on the broadcast while she's getting herself getting makeup and stuff together. We actually hadn't started really doing any of that kind of prep before, so never leave a nail uneven. Oh, yikes. Alrighty, I'm going to bring this stuff out there. I need to get, what do we got here? Tongs. And a knife. So Christina's great suggestion is we cut the meatballs in half, put them on some bagels. So it's going to be a little bit of back and forth as I bring some stuff in and out. And my hand is trying not to block the camera. Oh, that's right. Christine is mentioning because we were originally going to go on at 2, and then this situation kind of hit the proverbial fan, which did not help. Pippin's still sitting on the back of the couch, looking out the window, going, "What's going on, man?" All right, so hence the redo part. Yeah, exactly. So, all right, let's see what we can do here. See if I can get this propped a little bit so that while I'm at the barbecue, there's you can almost see the barbecue. Okay, our little skillet. These things are great because they got the flat side and then they got the rib side. So I'm going to put this in here. Looks like actually it needs a little bit of cleaning. So what I'm going to end up doing. There we go. Fire that up. Turn the heat down a little bit, and I'll be. The situation is a major scratch on my own nail, close to a major vein. Yeah, that was a bit of an unexpected situation. I'm gonna leave the screen blank for a moment, watch the barbecue, or yeah, while I get some paper towel. Alrighty. Just want to get some of the residue off of this. Actually, you know what? I think our tank was in. No, that's a brand new tank, isn't it? There we go. So we'll get that heating up. Barbecue being watched. Yeah. You're wiping off the flavor. Yeah, well, I think it needs a little bit more than that because there's some cat hair and stuff on it. So actually, for now, shut the barbecue off. And let's go inside and take care of this, cleaning up this skillet a little bit. It's cast iron skillet, so just a quick wipe down with water and a washcloth. Should work just fine. Yeah, I know everyone's like, never clean a pan. Love dearest my cast iron. Yeah, it's only been recently that we've been working with cast iron, like for the past few years. For the longest time, we never cooked with it. But having cast iron and having a gas stove, um, it's been fantastic, right? All right, there we go. That's nice and clean. The cast iron is so well seasoned it can handle water and mild soap. Oh, really, mild soap? Because yeah, I know they say don't use any soap or dish soap or anything on your cast iron. So I'm going to, while I'm here, grab us a plate. Crash. There we go. Grab us a plate. We're going to need something to put the meatballs and stuff on. And we'll get this all set back up again. Set that there. Skillet back on. Flame on. And there we go. So let that gradually heat up. Trick is to dry immediately and lightly season after. I use flaxseed oil. Oh, cool. We basically just use canola oil, like regular vegetable oil. So we're going to have some fish balls, and I'm going to go and grab some onion. I'll be right back. Canola will do, yeah. It's not regular oil. It's Canadian. Wait, well put, Christina. That is actually the can in canola is Canadian, Canada. So get some onion going. Once that heat has gotten hot enough, then we can get the meatballs in there. And we happen to know McDonald's uses a blend of canola. Most of the beef is from the grasslands up there. Oh, that's cool. So like Alberta beef, I guess. Alberta's fairly well known for its beef. So we'll do a couple of salmon and cod ball sandwiches, which sounds kind of odd, but we haven't tried these balls yet from IKEA, so we'll have to see how they do. Oh wow, we have a squirrel and a bird having a fight in the tree. That was very interesting. I'm not sure which one was attacking which. They were kind of dancing around the branches, and then the squirrel hightailed it into its nest. Very interesting. You haven't tried IKEA balls? I see. We've tried the chicken and the meatless, the plant-based balls, and back before we went off the red meat, when we ever went to IKEA, we go with the Swedish meatballs, which are the beef ones, right? But lately we've been doing the chicken and the plant-based, and then we haven't actually tried the fish-based ones. So tonight's night, we'll give it a shot. How are we doing temperature-wise? Slowly climbing. Oh, yeah, we got a little bit of smokiness going on from a previous a bit of oil residue from a previous cooking. There's no IKEA in Hawaii. Last time I had some IKEA food was like 2 years ago in Florida. Oh wow! So no IKEA in Hawaii. That's very interesting. I guess possibly not viable for them because of the extra cost to import and ship all of those products. Because it's all got to go by boat, right? So, I mean, I think a lot of the IKEA stuff isn't actually made in Sweden anyway, is it? I don't know. But we definitely we're a bit kind of IKEA junkies ourselves. I mean, the table this iPad's right now sitting on is from IKEA. The chair I'm sitting in is from IKEA. You know, half of our furniture inside is from IKEA, including the sofa, the dressers, the bed frame. You know, it's we've been doing IKEA since the mid '90s, I guess, or early '90s. So let's take a look here. Yeah, got a little bit of something in the corner there that I want to get rid of. There we go. To resist the temptation to hold on to the skillet by hand, but I'm seeing a couple of things on the edge of the skillet that I missed on the sink. There we go. That's better. It's a little hypocritical if you ask me. Sweden too is almost surrounded by water. Well, this is true, but they are a lot closer to any mainland than Hawaii is, unfortunately. Um, yeah, no, that's too bad that there isn't an IKEA in Hawaii. It's going to be a little frustrating, you know, because you know a lot of people are like, well, you know, IKEA furniture, it's you know, it's basically
I wonder
it's
how long before
sawdust,
you
but
realize that
a lot of the stuff that we've gotten has been
I'm
really
here.
good. You know, really good quality. You know, so a lot of the stuff we go for is actually the real wood. Like this table is actual wood. It's teak or something like that. You know, IKEA furniture gets the job done. Yeah, and the price is really good.
Because our earbuds, our little buds,
Mm,
our little
actually, wondering.
buds
I guess.
are
Hmm.
connected to the computer. They're
Can we
not
do ball sandwich with
connected
this?
to.
I guess
You can't hear
if
me.
we lie them around the outside of the ring,
We can
that's
talk about it
probably
right
our
in front
best
of
way
them.
to do it. But we opened
Unless
these
someone
bagels
wants
up
to
a few
tell
days
them
ago,
here.
so we should use them up.
Should I tell them here?
Ball bagels, lol. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to go and grab just a little bit of oil. Ron says he can hear Christina. I don't have my earbud in, so I can't
Oh,
actually
that's
hear
okay.
any audio in there. So I guess she's just about ready to pull herself together and come on out. We didn't put the earbuds in because the computer's at the back of the house and the Bluetooth just doesn't reach up here, unfortunately. So we'll have to figure out what we can do about that, or if we can do anything about it. Hey, she says. Hey, goon. What? What? She's calling me goon. She's totally unaware. Totally unaware?
What do you mean I'm unaware? I'm
What is
not
she
unaware.
unaware of?
I'm very aware. I've got the buds.
She just what do you mean she just figured it out?
Oh, his mic is now off. That's interesting.
Playing it cool.
Oh, okay. Oh, now his mic is not.
So I am going to run back inside and quickly grab Ron, here's both of us. Awesome. I don't even know if we're talking over each other because I can't hear
No, no,
her,
no.
unfortunately, from
Stay
here.
out there.
Do I have my phone? Yes, I do. Oh,
Stay out
hey,
there.
that's a great idea. The phone and the earbuds, or yeah, that is an excellent idea. Watch live. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Apps. Turn the volume low and hear me. Hey, that's a good idea. All right. Okay. Hey, there she is. We're split screen. Hey, how about that? Get ready for echo, people. Okay.
I've been
Let's
here.
see here.
I like
There we
it.
go.
He says that I'm unaware. No, I'm completely aware. Um,
Okay.
I don't like you turning your back on a live barbecue. So at this point, if there's
On the
anything
barbecue?
you need, you can tell me what to get. But I want to play our opening video.
Okay.
Um,
Yes. Which I could not do from starting
you
it out
turned it
here.
and you
So
played.
thank you.
And our subject matter is supposed to be this industry and the, well, that's right. And we're talking about the industry and, you know, the video shows our industry and cosplaying and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
oh, I know
By all
Ron the
means, thank you.
barbecue's closed, but our
Yep.
landlord is right across the
Yeah.
street, and that's a covered front deck. And I don't know how the landlord feels. So, but just to update you too,
Mm,
Martin.
yeah. Excellent point.
I finally got to stop bleeding, and I've been.
Oh wow. Okay.
Um, oh, let's see if I can get on. Oh, I'll get on camera, I guess, when I get out there. Camera's not showing it very well. Yeah, I'll get on camera when I
Okay.
get out
Yeah.
there. But I managed to get it to be small, and I've tried 4 times now to put polysporin on it, and
Mm,
no, that hurts way too much. Um,
I
the
bet.
nail is still got that little thing on it, so I've cleaned out under my nails, which is should have happened before I managed to cut myself.
Mm,
So I'm gonna clip that too before I go out, so that I think I'll clip my nails off completely
yeah.
right
Go
now
ahead.
because I
Okay.
don't. Yeah. Anyway, I'll talk about when I get out there. Um,
But yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I was
By all means, yeah.
scratching
Let's run that. Let's
an
run that
itch,
video.
and the corner of my nail went right next to the vein. Yeah. So I'm gonna run that video, and I want you to text me
Okay.
whatever is needed from in here,
What I need you to bring out?
so we don't push our luck with our new landlord.
Okay. Do we?
And then when I stop running the video,
Yep.
it'll be back to you.
All right.
What were you about to ask? Oh shoot. Don't worry about it. Just, just, just. Um, yeah, yeah. Okay. There we go. So you good, Martin? You got that?
I'm good. Yep.
Okay. Turning off both of our mics now. Everyone, let's start this properly, shall we?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, we're going to go for this all over again. Greetings, fellow Hapsters, and welcome replay viewers. So thank you, Christina, for running that video. Um, I see Pippin's still in the window here. I think we're going to have to put his harness on and get him out here. Yep. Bring the buds out again in case someone comes out for us. Okay, it comes on for us. Perfect. Deja vu. Yeah, I know, really. So we have a very patient cat sitting here, looking out the window at me, wondering, when is he gonna get a chance to come out and hang out and sniff around and poke his head through the railing. And so when Christina comes out, she's gonna bring out a bunch of stuff, and we'll get this show on the road. I just love how Pippin's just sort of sitting there on the back of the couch looking out the window. It's like, why? Why are you out there and I'm not? Soft kitty, warm kitty. Yeah. I think we could all use a little bit of that sung to us every once in a while, especially nowadays. But yeah, with what happened earlier and the day kind of getting away from us, we realized we hadn't actually had any dinner or had an opportunity to have dinner, and it's been far too many hours since lunch. So broadcast and cook, why not? Apparently, we're known um, for doing the food broadcasts, so why not? Even artists have to eat. I mean, there's everyone talks about the starving artist, but even we have to eat sometimes. So so we can keep the creative juices going. So realizing it's a really nice day in this neighborhood. I know that sounds like a Mr. Rogers thing, but the weather's doing well. It's a little breezy. I think she needs a little help getting out the door. Hi.
Still technically get no sunlight today.
You still technically get no sunlight? Oh, because we're in the front and the sun's in the back. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like olive oil.
Olive oil. Excellent.
Like you asked.
Excellent.
I
Thank
also
you.
brought out an avocado.
Ah, brilliant.
That'll taste good.
Brilliant idea. Yeah. With the
Salmon balls.
fish. Salmon ball.
Got some ginger beer.
Ginger beer is good. I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil on the skillet. I think the skillet's probably hot enough now to do our meatballs.
Well, since you
Our
already had
fish
them,
balls.
I don't
Since
know if you can hear because.
I don't know. Hey, Vince.
Hey, Vince.
Well, Ron was saying he could hear us, so.
Okay, no, but because I had the computer mic on.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we should.
Oh, there we go. I don't like the fact that we can't hear us.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of it's a little disconcerting. Yeah. Yay, girling?
Girling?
Are we girling or are we
Oh,
grilling?
I'm girling. I'm girling.
2,
I have no shoes on.
4,
Not even slippers.
6.
Oh, I was going to offer to do that.
Oh,
Fine.
8.
Fine.
You got 8.
How
Yeah,
do I
that's
hear
right.
them?
How do we hear them?
I mean, you've got to turn this monitor off.
That's gotta go off.
Yeah, it's got to go
Okay.
off because we're going to
Okay.
get. It's so quiet.
Okay.
I feel like I'm insane. But if we do it monitoring this way,
Mm-hmm.
we need to. Can you add.
Because
The,
yes, we have to actually delete them from the
Let's-
computer. Why don't I run in and do
I
that?
don't know how to do that.
Hmm?
I don't know how to do that.
I will go and do that.
Well, you need them, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Do you?
They need to be in range.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you got mine in as well. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, of course I grabbed them both.
Alrighty.
And can you please bring out something to put on my feet and
Ah, yes.
I want to say a light sweater, but it's just that middle of the road.
It's kind of,
How
yeah.
about sunglasses?
Sunglasses?
I would like
Sunglasses?
some sunglasses.
Makes you
just
feel a
in
little
case.
warmer and summerier,
Get
right?
ready now. Be listening only. So hoping to hear that kind of broadcast. You can hear us clearly. Okay. He didn't set this up very high. Oh, and he went with the bagels. I thought we had buns. Buns. There, is that better, Ron? Is that kind of broadcast? Yeah, really. Yes, a very tense and excruciatingly difficult day for me today. And trying to get everything done on the page and in the store. And so the subject matter. Oh yeah. Let's see if you can see this from out here. You see it? That's my nail. Oh, I was gonna cut it right. But you see how it kind of. It's my middle finger. I am so sorry. I'm gonna put this one up so. Yeah. See how it kind of goes up at the end here? Yeah. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Of course, the middle finger is longer than the other ones, and there was a lot of blood. I used to have very thick blood, but since they've sent me into menopause and they've changed the supplements that I'm supposed to be having, my blood has gotten super thin, so it's gone completely the other direction, and I couldn't get it to stop bleeding.
Okay.
I wanted to
There's
redo
your
my
funky
makeup
awesome
because
shades.
the day, but yeah, awesome shades. Oh, you brought me my slippers. Okay. I guess they're easier and faster. Go on, put them on my feet.
Yeah. Ta-dun. One slippy whippy.
Now, oh, hold on. If we go out of this to attach those to that,
Oh, we will
we
temporarily lose our
cast?
video. We shouldn't lose the cast. We can hope. Fingers crossed, folks. Because is it
Yeah, I got
live?
scratched
Is it
by my
live
knee.
from the computer
I
right now?
wasn't all right a little while ago. I was bawling my eyes out, and you can see some of the makeup's gone. And yeah, it wasn't a happy place.
Are we live from the computer too?
I didn't hit
we
go
are.
live. I just hit the camera.
So if I go do that, that'll keep the broadcast.
Well,
And if we
because the
have to, we'll
broadcast is going
just
to be starting an hour late, and we're going to lose time tonight. Go,
yeah,
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 go.
yeah, yeah.
We still have a whole day to
Yeah,
catch
yeah,
up
sure,
on.
sure.
And I want to
Yeah.
still go to subject matter, because we tend to talk about these things a lot amongst you guys. So we thought we'd make a whole subject matter out of it, and things did not go well. I am
Oh, it is live from here.
going to
Okay.
start with basically why I'm
Alrighty.
an entertainer, why I do what I do, why I'm in this industry. Yeah, I got scratched by myself.
Okay, it is live from there.
So it was bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, and it was
So hang on a sec.
really, really thin, and
We may
don't
go
know what you'll
dark
see.
for a moment.
We don't know what you'll see. We don't know what you'll hear. But something will be there, I hope. How many apps do you have open on that?
I did not. Or vinyl.
Oh, this is. These don't cut cheese very well, these particular steak knives. So, are they working? Can you hear? Can you hear what I hear?
Do you hear what I hear? I'm gonna turn it on first.
But we thought if we dedicate a broadcast to talking about the industry and stuff, then we were originally going to have tomorrow as the day on and today was the day off. But tomorrow was the anniversary of my father's passing events, and I still haven't been able to bury him due to finances. So, you handing me the right one?
It says they're on, but I'm not hearing the audio. Yeah.
It's the right one, right?
It is the right one. The correct one.
Oh well. I'm not hearing any audio on there. You turn it up?
Check 1, 2. Yeah. Full volume right now. Oh, it's not saying. Oh. Hang on. Check 1, 2. Give it 1 sec, folks. We may go dark again for a moment. Sounds like it's trying to make a call.
Well, I keep pressing on it, hoping that. Hold on. Doesn't mean it's connected. Huh.
Alright, well.
Maybe it doesn't work for iPads that way. I mean, I know this works for an iPad, but.
Yeah. Well,
it should.
it should. Oh, that's right. We discovered that with the mics plugged in, it won't work on the iPad. So we'd have to pair it with your phone. Or one of the other devices. Forget this device.
Hang on,
Forget that
guys.
device.
This is a chaotic day. connected. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and connect it to my phone.
Okay.
You have to disconnect this one.
Oh, you know what? Mine doesn't have anything connected to it, so let's use my phone.
But it has
One
to
or
be
the
a
other.
broadcast, and yours is really crappy at the haps.
I should be able to. This. Well,
Okay.
yeah, no, it should be
If your
fine.
battery
Yeah.
dies, don't blame me.
Bah.
Doing the best I
Bluetooth.
can. So
Vinyl.
eventually we'll be able to. Because yeah, you have to have it go as another camera, right?
Right. Like
So that
join the
we hear
broadcast.
practically immediately. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't put us up on the screen again. Ah, it might. You can have your own camera. There's the audio.
Step
What time?
and landscape. Next.
Next.
All right.
Do it without, turn
So
off
there we
camera.
go. Oh, it's in here, isn't it?
Yeah, the dots.
Turn off camera.
Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
Well, so far, if we go live, show live, we still just got our one screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
Awesome.
then I'm going
So I'll
to get you
just
the plus with this. Actually get it up here.
get it up higher. Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
So we're
How's
not
our,
always going down into our faces. So
I'm just going to turn the fish balls.
You guys want to talk about this industry a lot. See, I'm gonna cook. I'm the barbecuer.
Okay, you're the barbecuer. Fish balls are okay for now. I'll find some to put. What?
Do
Do I keep saying fish balls?
Possibly make two of these if we want to. And
Yeah, we do
don't
actually.
we have buns?
I'll double check. I didn't see any, but
Okay.
I'll look and see if we have any buns in the. If we have any buns in the oven? No buns in the freezer.
Nope, there's no buns in the oven.
I see no buns.
You see no buns.
I see no buns.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
see. I'm not here.
no buns.
No buns. Can you grab my lactate tablet?
Nope. What's that? You need lactate tablet.
A
Yes.
lactate tablet. You know those things so I can eat cheese? And I got ginger beer.
Ah, yes, I saw that.
So we're good.
All right. And some think we put the.
So yeah, we thought
iPad on.
we'd do a broadcast on our industry and stuff because there's always a lot of questions while we're focusing, and sometimes it's really easy to answer your questions and talk about it, and sometimes when we're building stuff, it's not. So we thought if we just make it in a broadcast, we can get this part of our life and have you guys ask whatever questions you want, and that could be the whole broadcast. And then we thought, oh my god, we have to have dinner.
Dinner.
But everything that's happened today, we have to have dinner. And this is basically the core of today's stress. Was partially because we're who we are when it comes to industry. Me hearing echo. I don't know how long you're hearing echo. Please stop bleeding. I finally did.
Oh, you know what? I bet my phone on the broadcast is not muted, but I can mute it from here.
Okay. Sorry, what? The what is what?
The phone, yeah, because the phone is picking up these as the microphone as well. So now I just muted the mic on that phone, so we should be okay.
Okay. Is this okay?
Restarted the app.
Okay.
It's good now. Okay, so that's what it was. Excellent.
Surprised he isn't buried yet. Well, my family's very different than yours. And a lot of the responsibility was dumped on me. And my father's incredible career had boiled down to him living in an apartment building with, with on welfare. And I didn't have the money to bury him.
Mhm.
So the government made him into ashes, and I have the ashes. And I found his brother. And actually, Martin found his brother.
Mhm.
Thank you, honey, still for this day.
His brother passed away in 1957 at the age of 14 or something.
Yep.
And he's buried in the cemetery in Coburg, which is about
unmarked
2
grave.
hours east of Toronto, in an unmarked grave because he died. They were in a like a correctional school or something like that.
I don't
or,
mind telling the story,
Okay,
but
by
I'd
all
love
means.
it if you angled that forward a little so it's not just my nose and up.
Just your nose and up. Let's see what I can find that's a little bit taller to put behind the underneath the
So-
stand.
Yes, we found his brother and the full story because my father had always told me a partial story. And, yeah, I've been trying to put money together, but things keep happening. It's going to cost us at least a few thousand. I did a fundraiser in 2007 when he passed that Christmas, and I did another fundraiser in 2008, but people only saw my fundraiser as a scam because the person who took us down in BC took our project down and was supposed to be our biggest supporter and of course wasn't. I had done so much slander, everyone thought I was trying to scam money out of them.
Okay,
So
let's
we managed
see.
to raise $800, and that's not enough. That's okay. When I can get about $4,000 together that I don't need to live on, and
Sounds a little
that's if
better.
I can get a reasonable price for the stone to their specifications. The original estimate we had was about 8,000. That was back in 2007, but that was partially because I would have had to have flown back to Toronto again and rent a car to get out to Coburg, etc., etc., etc. So it's cheaper now, but it's gone up in price, if that makes sense. But I want to bury
That's
both boys
cheese.
together and have both their names on the plaque, on the marker, because his brother has gone way too long without recognition. And I think it's wrong. There's, 250 kids buried in that
Something
cemetery?
along those lines.
From the same correctional facility?
From like the early 50s to the mid 1970s.
All in unmarked graves. All forgotten. So I don't want my uncle to be forgotten anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
his brother.
they're both young. Your dad was 12. Your brother was
Yep.
14. Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it was a few years ago. I was doing the research. We were actually trying to find her dad's mom to bury him next to her.
because they never got along. He ran away from home. He barely talked to her. I met the woman just a couple times in my life, etc., etc., etc.
And we assumed she'd passed,
But we couldn't
but
find her.
couldn't find her
Can't find
buried
her.
anywhere. Yeah.
We can't find his father either. So I was kind of hoping that there was, perchance a family plot or something, but the more I learned about the family, the more I kind of understand what's going on with us.
I'm gonna go grab a
It's
second
the,
plate for us. We don't need the olive oil out here anymore, so I can bring
okay,
that.
are you sure?
And
Because we gotta fry some onion.
oh, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna put the olive oil. I don't want to put it too close to the barbecue. I'll put it down on the floor here next to the barbecue.
Okay.
And so I'll grab a second plate. And do you want me to harness Pippin up?
You should ask Pippin.
He was sitting here on the couch.
Yeah, and he heard me
watching
come
it.
into the kitchen, so he suddenly came running towards me.
Yeah. All right, I'll see if we can find him.
Yes. Yeah, run. Yeah, well, you found, yeah, resting place. More like dumping ground, unfortunately. So, yeah. But anyway, so it is a hard thing for me.
I
So
see him.
tomorrow, instead of going to air like we originally planned, I'm hoping that we can go for a drive out to Coburg and visit my uncle's site. I have broadcast from there before. I may or may not do it again. I don't know. I was still on Periscope when I did that. But
Hey, Pip. Come here, bud.
it's not a happy story.
We'll go outside.
Why am I so quiet in comparison to Martin? Is this better? But now, oh no, it's still quiet. Why am I so quiet? Martin, turn your gain down. Or should I turn mine up? I don't know if Martin can hear me right now. We can hear him? No, he can't get away with anything. Father's not buried yet. I'm still sending my condolences, Christina. Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you, Vince. I don't need chatting anymore when it comes to that. I'm not sure I did in the first place.
Let's do it.
It's something I have come to terms with,
Go
and
outside.
I've done my
Get a little
grieving.
fresh air.
I'm sure it'll resurface once I get to burying him. But it's where I want him to be. I want him. He was given to me, not my siblings. So,
Other side.
yeah, I will see to it.
There we
At some
go.
point.
See? That's not so
Anyway,
bad.
industry.
Yeah,
is
use
on
that
deck.
little table to. Oh, you can really smell those fish balls.
The primary reason I got into the entertainment industry was twofold. Number one, my father's a very important person to me.
I felt very close to him, very connected with him. And because of that, he was a media person, so I grew up around a lot of camera people, reporters, makeup, hair, um, editing, name it. I grew up around it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you bring a second plate? Yes, you did.
Yep.
Okay. So that was. Oh, forget it.
Hmm?
You can do it this time.
All right.
Because I was just
Oh,
going
yeah,
to throw the onions on.
they need to be flipped.
Oh, do we have? Oh, we don't know what spices are in the balls.
Oh, yeah, they're almost black on one side. Hey, they're kind of mushy.
You got blackened balls?
Black balls. Yeah, they're actually kind of mushy. They'll be
Hey,
tricky to cut.
hey.
Oh, onions. Les oignons.
Oh, we could use. Well, no, the chicken
Once they're
balls
cut in
were
half,
really
yeah.
fully.
Almost.
Don't drop them. Spread them out. I'm the better barbecuing, and I'm letting him do this so I can talk to you guys. That says
I
a lot right
know,
there.
yeah. What's going on here?
Oh, the corn.
The corn. I was just thinking that, yeah. You had mentioned corn
You
earlier.
can go on the grill next to it. It's already cooked from the other day, so all it has to be is charred a little bit, so to
Should I
speak.
put it on this side?
Heat it up. One side or the other, doesn't matter. So, Flippin' Martin's black mushy balls. Yes.
Black mushy fish balls.
Because we're not that kind of broadcast. So, thank you, Ron. So this whole entire month. Yeah, well, there was. I respect you incredibly right now, Vince, but I need to not talk about this.
Sure.
Okay? And I know you want to keep talking about it, and it's important to you, but after what happened today and someone telling me I didn't honor someone the right way when they offered to pay for postage on something that I spent money and time on in order to honor someone else who's passed, I think a year or two ago now.
A
year now?
year.
A
A
year
year
now.
now. Yeah. Almost a year.
And blew up at me because they said they'd pay for the postage of the item, and I offered to cover the cost of the materials and take the time to make it, and now I'm being called
Pardon
every
there.
name in the book because I said, hey, this was the deal, and apparently I'm dishonorable, and this person is talking to me about mailing it all back, and that's spiteful. And I don't care if you're mourning. You have no reason to be spiteful. Oh, he wants the half-dead cactus.
Let's see how it works.
Can you
Is
guys
this
see
what you
this?
want? Oh, it's dried
haven't-
out.
Oh, we should have
It's
watered it.
dried
Martin.
out. Sorry, bud.
We forgot to water it.
It's kind of like crispy noodles now, you know?
Poor Pippin's cat grass.
He's trying to figure out how to eat it because it's all dried out. He's
Can you
like,
move the chair a little bit out of the way carefully?
what's that?
Move the chair out of the way carefully. I've turned the
This
camera around.
show.
There you go.
He's trying to figure out how to eat the stuff.
Sorry, Pip, we
Oh,
forgot to
sorry,
water
buddy.
it. Does that mean the seeds from Amazon are coming because of my credit card?
That's right.
I somehow have to find more money to put on the credit card so this cat can have more cat grass. Oh, I know, I know, and this is why I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, That's not what this broadcast is
Yeah,
about. We
poor
need
Pippin,
to
yeah.
stop talking about it. For me, okay. I'm fully aware that he's with me, and it's a discussion I've had with the people who are the closest to me, and I have to keep it that way. The new concept of social media and broadcasting like this is weird for me already, so thank you, Vince, but let's let it go, okay? Okay? Okay, thank you, Vince.
Thank you, yeah.
But like I said, right now I'm emotionally trying to handle someone who's just called me every name in the book. And this is not the first time this person's done it. And I'm kind of surprised we became friends again. I'm feeling very gullible right now. So let's talk about the industry.
Let's talk about the industry, yeah.
So growing up around that and being as sensitive as I am, because a lot of ours are sensitive, and I'm one of those that was sensitive first, artist second. I found being in this industry as a way to kind of take everything I was feeling or experiencing and put it into a three-dimensional thing that I could make into a career.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very important to have that. And it brought me closer and closer to my father, and that made me happy. And so there's a lot about this industry that has nothing to do with producing a product for you guys, and everything to do with getting out of my system the crappy stuff that's in there. So that's basically
Oops.
how that started. So when people talk about these, that's horrible that this happens or it's horrible that that happens, one of the things I like to remind them is that, yeah, it is horrible. However, it is what it is. So I think the cheese goes on the bottom and then the balls on top.
Are we gonna melt the cheese a little and like toast the bagels a bit?
You're gonna have to toast. Yeah, you're gonna have to toast the bagels a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
I have a lot of cheese here.
That's a lot of
I'm
cheese.
upset.
It's true.
You know what happens when I'm upset?
Dairy's a comfort food. Yeah.
It is. And we have ice cream in the fridge.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna eat for days at this rate. I'm not gonna need to eat tomorrow, Martin. So it'll be a cheap day.
It also is what it could be.
So, for me, being in this industry is family, and it's always a passing family, because the numbers do matter. Your art is important, and that's what gets it all out. Yeah, I gave you the really thick ones, so I'm going to take all these thin ones. Yeah. It becomes...
Uh-oh.
Oh, that one's
One for the
done.
cat.
No, don't give the cat cheese. You'll be farting all night.
Here, one for the squirrel.
No, it'll
No,
go
just
in the
put it-
compost.
put it in the
There you
compost.
go. Like everything else.
There was a squirrel and a robin having a fight in the tree before you came out.
I know, I was
You
listening
were
and watching at
connected
that
at
point.
that point? Okay, I think the balls are ready. My balls are done.
Well, you
Turn
should
these
put everything
guys.
on fast. Oh my god, they're more than done.
Yep.
They're over dark.
So let's
So take...
take those.
Now you
Let's
have room to
some
put balls on.
balls on the plate.
Don't drop a ball.
Don't drop the ball, man.
Hang on a second, it'll be easier to talk once we're...
We're still gonna try and cut these in half, right?
Well, they're actually pretty flat.
Yeah, which means I should have probably done more of them because there's only 4 per
Well,
bagel.
these are overdone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you can throw a few more in and...
Yeah.
Or do I cut them? I don't mind them. Oh, they smell good. No, leave the onion in longer.
In longer?
Look at that onion.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
That's not fried onion.
Some of it's really.
Look,
Some of it's
that's
really
not
good.
fried onion, okay? That's slightly warmed up onion. You want the other part that you broke off?
All right. Okay, so just move the onion over a little bit. So that
Damn
we
it,
get the-
Martin. Cook like a big city kid wants to eat, okay?
Oh, I know.
You put this upside down.
Put the.
No, put 'em both
put 'em
upside down.
upside down for a little.
Yeah.
Okay. The other 2 as well.
If you're putting more
Just
balls
about-
on there,
I
maybe
think I'm
you
gonna.
should wait for the bagels.
Oh yeah, maybe.
You know?
Yeah, let's get some more balls in there.
See,
We'll
this is
grab
why I
them from
don't
the
let him
freezer.
barbecue. Oh, Martin.
Oh, Martin.
Once you go black.
Oh, bird. I'll be right back.
The
with
industry
more
has
balls.
more than its up and its down. It has its absolute destruction. Hey, dude.
Ooh, what? Oh, that can go back in?
Dude, if you don't bring it back in, I'll cut my cheese. And
We don't want you cutting the
Here's-
cheese on here.
here's the composty stuff.
Composty stuff.
And if we're not going to have more bagels,
They can
bring
go
those
away.
in too.
Yeah. Okay.
It's logic. Oh my god.
She's good at the logic thing.
Balls in your mouth. They're
What?
actually really small. And he's right, they're soft, but I like, ooh.
I've got big balls. She's got big.
Martin, one
balls.
just fell in half.
What's that?
I held one up to show them and it fell in half.
Oh no,
One of your balls fell in half.
my balls are falling in half.
I bet you guys are happy now we forgot to defrost the hamburger meat. Oh my god, these are good.
Which means we're gonna have to cook it up tonight because it's already half defrosted,
Okay.
and use it for tomorrow.
We'll do a slow cooker.
8 more balls.
So this crunchy on the outside and
Mhm.
soft on the inside is actually really tasty.
All right. Then that is what we will
There's
do.
the other half of the ball.
Oh, that's great. I love
So
those balls.
do them again, like that.
Do them just like that.
So there's 7 there, so make sure you put one extra there.
Put it 9. Yeah.
No, 8. No, 9.
9.
Yeah,
8 plus 1, right?
9. Rats.
Three's a.
So for me, it was
Oh,
a natural thing. I mean, it didn't make it easier or harder. It just made it more familiar when things go wrong. And trust me, in this industry, things go extremely right and extremely wrong. And it makes you into this person that sometimes you don't recognize, and it's like a regular basis thing. Martin, on the other hand, had a very stable upbringing
well, this is it. I
financially,
mean,
and
we were kind of a blue collar family, right? Because my dad was a factory worker. He was a maintenance engineer at the factory, not an
you
official
had a
engineer.
farm.
And we had a farm, right? So my mother was a housewife. So we were that sort of typical blue collar family. And my life was kind of sheltered. You know, I was the baby of the family. We lived on a farm, so I didn't really have a lot of socialization outside of school itself. And then, yeah, finally moved into the city in Brantford, and that's sort of when the high school years and that sort of thing. Blue collar radio, my favorite. All
Nice.
right,
So
I'm
I
gonna put
think
these
these
in the
should be
freezer.
heated up with the cheese on top
That's
because they're so thin.
that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Cheese them up.
two very different people. And with Martin, it was a struggle to even conceptualize going against his parents and being in this industry. And then I came along and said, "Now look, I will support you only if you do. Support as in, I will starve. Like, I mean, I'm used to this. I'm used to never having money. I'm used to not owning a house. I'm used to this stuff. So I'm willing to continue with that lifestyle to a certain degree, only if you can comprehend the lifestyle, do what's in your heart, and stop trying to make me into a typical, wifey."
When I moved to Brantford, was it hard to socialize? Um, yes and no. I mean, I had a small circle of friends that also, like, they didn't necessarily move to Brantford, but they went to the same high school as me. Like, so elementary school to high school was the same circle of friends. It's just I moved into town and they didn't. And it was still a fairly small circle of friends. So I was kind of the awkward type. I was part of the drama club. I was one of the techies, not one of the stage, actors or anything like that.
Whereas I
And
was both.
she was both, right? So when I met her, which was only a couple of years after high school for me, um, that's when pretty much everything changed in terms of me coming out of my shell and being a little bit more outgoing with my personality,
Outgoing without angry.
without being angry. Yeah, because I
Martin
was a
has a
very
history
angry young
of
man.
throwing things at other kids in order, when he doesn't get his
Oh,
way and throws fits. And yeah, he was very much got his way when he got angry. So, and when things get way too stressful, he reverts back to it.
mm-hmm.
And
This is
it's really
true.
hard for me to not be okay with it,
Mm-hmm.
because I do love him.
Oh,
So both of us being in this industry,
yeah.
both of us doing what we're doing, feast and famine on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And the hardest thing, which I'm sure you guys will
Oh
connect
yeah,
with to a certain degree.
I was an angry young man.
Yes. And a lot of times when things get too stressful, he's an angry adult.
An angry old man.
And people are like, "Oh, well, that's, if you look at the broadcast from the other night, one of my other friends going on about how that's typical of older people." And I'm like, No. So some of these balls are going to have to be on the side
Balls on the side.
because this is not going to. Well, I guess we can put them on the side anyway. Why don't we just put them on
Yeah.
the side anyway?
Don't have avocado sandwiches.
Yeah.
That works. Yeah.
I mean, we failed on everything so far in this meal, and then we failed
We're
on the
not
on the
having a good track record this past week or so with meals.
the
Ever since my
waffles.
birthday, something about my birthday cursed us with
What's
the
with, dude?
starting with the waffles that ended up becoming pancakes because they wouldn't cooperate with the waffle maker.
So, yeah, we'll have an avocado sandwich with balls on the side.
When I start to feel angry, do I go out and cool off? Not always.
Mm-mm.
No.
I usually have to kick them
Sometimes
out.
I try to to hold my ground and try to tough it out. And I try to fix, right? And that gets me more and more in that state of mind where
And
I'm
ladies and gentlemen,
more
I
annoyed.
know that is common, but I did not marry someone common. And I am not able to reinvent my career if he
Oh
won't
no,
reinvent our
we've chased
life.
Ron off. Actually, Ron's got to go to
What?
work, so he's got to go.
Oh,
Thanks for joining us, Ron.
right, the onion has to be in between too. Damn it.
Well, maybe the onion's ready yet. Let's take a look here. How black is the onion now? Some of it's black and some of it's
Okay,
fairly.
I want the black stuff.
You want them?
Here, I'm pulling this apart again.
All right.
You guys can't see me playing with the cheese 1,000 times here.
She's rearranged the cheese chunks and slices
So
several
it's an
times now.
industry that will eat you alive. You know, when people say, "Oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that," and if you're that stressful, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. I grew up watching everyone around me do this and do that, hurting themselves or bringing themselves to extremes, or, I grew up with that as a norm. So whether or not it's correct at this time in my life for that to still be a
So,
norm
shall
is
I bring the
irrelevant.
onion over to the plate then, or
Yep, spread the
get
onion
it out of the
out
way?
on that one's mine because it's in front of me.
Okay. So you want the onion spread out on
And
that one?
yeah, I want the crispier stuff.
See what I can do.
That's fried onion. See? That's fried onion. That's what it should look like. Damn it. You tell I'm a city kid, like I bring everything to the brink of sterilization. And English,
To the brink of
Irish,
charcoal.
yeah, English, Irish,
Hold
Scottish
on,
father.
that should be the country folk like me, right? It's bringing everything to the brink of charcoal.
You think so? No. Because you're getting it from your own farm most of the time or your neighbor's farm.
Well,
I'm
there's
buying it
that,
from the
yeah.
supermarket. Very different mentality.
I guess
Very
it is,
different
yeah.
mentality. Other people handle my food my whole life. Not necessarily
Oh,
yours.
so you want to cauterize
right.
it?
That's right.
You're not cooking your food; you're cauterizing it.
Martin's balls. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ron. For me, I get angry easily. And yes, holding grudges is bad. That's why I probably lost a friend today.
All right. So if you want to rearrange any of that based on color or up,
Based on
that's
color,
color or texture or charredness.
charredness. Is that a word?
I don't know.
Here, put your cheese over top.
Yes. Hang on a sec. I gotta put my earbud back in my ear because it almost fell out.
But you see, and this is it. This industry, it's hard to be typical. It's hard to be like everyone else because the expectations of you are on the spot, and losing chunks of your life is quick and easy and fast. And it takes nothing. So if you go through something for too long, then there goes your career. So you're constantly trying to live up to something that is no longer part of your life, and technically by your own choice, simply because you were human. And that is the nature of the beast. So a lot of what is just typical handling in day-to-day life is death to your career in this industry. So I love my head when I'm angry. I lose my head
Lose my.
when I get angry. I get pissed, obviously. Yeah, and so imagine, okay, you've got a retail job or you got an executive job, and things go kind of crappy in your life, and you've got a 9 to 5 job, or at least a set schedule of some sort that you know your schedule, and you blow your top at work, and everyone says, okay, go walk it off, take a day or two off, deal with it depending on what the level is, and come back when you feel better. You're gonna lose a day or two of your holiday time, but it's your choice. You lose the job or you lose the holiday time, blah blah blah. You go off, you do that. You've now envision someone in my industry, and you've been working 24-hour days straight for 4 days, and your life is falling apart, and they are paying every part of that crew and
This
that
is
production.
kind of going to answer that question, Vince.
You know, that production is paying thousands of dollars an hour to shoot that. And you throw a fit, and you don't get over that fit in less than 5 minutes, you're fired. Which is why entertainment industry unions are useless. Because if the production goes that far over budget, it loses that much money, no one will hire you ever again.
Yep.
Everyone cares about what you're going through, but that producer who will never meet you and never see you sees that you just lost them about $30,000 because not only was that production down while you were throwing a fit during your part of the job, but they had to rehire, which means everyone had to go home or brought back in at 2 times the wage to take your place immediately because suddenly they're an on-call person as opposed to a properly hired person ahead of time. And then they got to learn your job, which you've been doing straight for 4 days, which slows down the whole production, which loses more money. One person has a breakdown on set. It can cost a mid-size production anywhere between a $10,000 loss to $1 million loss, depending on the location. If it's a studio, there's more control. It's no big deal. Everyone works overtime tomorrow. You get someone in tomorrow, then you don't have to pay them double time until everyone works overtime, and then it's time and a half, which actually levels out.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an immensely high pressure industry. And when people say to us, well, there's work coming back into town, yes, but he doesn't have his full union status, and we've just gone through years of hell. So you cuss when you're angry? Hey, do that on a set, no one will bat an eye. Oh my God, the number of times I've had a boss swear at me, a location manager or a producer or director.
Oh,
And
yeah.
new people in the
Same
industry
here,
are
yeah.
like, yeah, don't let them do that. They're degrading you. No, they've been on set 8 days. I've been on set 2. If they want to swear at me because something wasn't communicated properly and they're blowing their top, I'm going to get fired, not them.
Yep.
And quite frankly, I'm used to that. Don't take it personally. Keep moving ahead.
Yep. The number of directors that like blow their tops because things aren't running smoothly enough on set, or a construction coordinator that's,
Oh, and when someone blows their top or gets upset, you never call it making a scene.
no,
Don't ever.
that's so high school.
And it's think about it. If you're on set and you use the words making a scene, that's not someone getting upset. That's let's make
You're
the
filming
scene.
a scene. Stay in your own lane, kind of. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. Is you go in there, you do your job, you keep your head down, and you follow directions. But quite often that doesn't always work. But the least friction, the better.
So when all the slander and everything happened in BC, suffice it to say, I mean, if Martin and I were to add up the amount of work either one of us has lost from throwing a fit because we weren't handling things, the number of people we had support from that couldn't handle the fact that we had to do what was vital. If we add the amount of money lost through the slander, including gigs being canceled because someone else believed it, like, I mean, my father has been buried because I wasn't able to make that money to bury him because of slander from an issue that happened years before, but he wasn't happy that we were still in the industry working. So Martin and I did an estimate, and we swear we will not do this again because it was just shocking. We've lost over the past 20 years in potential income, as well as what we lost on the festival. We've lost just under $1 million. Which is why the friends who say they're closest to us and care about us have been trying to get us to leave the industry for years. To be real about our age.
Get normal jobs.
We've talked to a lot of
What's
people
normal?
about it. They are miserable. They left the industry because they were miserable. Well, they're more miserable now. Because they left it for the wrong reason. So, yeah. Martin and I are still under immense pressure and stress.
$1 million, yeah. And it's of course over several years, but still, you're looking at $100,000 a year kind of thing.
Yeah. And people are like, that's bullcrap. You're just weak. You're just this. You're just that. You're wrong. The rumors are true. So you got to fight that. Public image for people in our industry on all levels. I mean, the person who blew up at me today, I've come to terms with the fact that this person is not a friend, like she keeps saying. This person, as delightful as she has been recently, has once again shown me the same face she showed me years ago before her cat died. Oh, I'm sorry, I slipped up.
Mm.
Let's not, let's again, don't bring the other person into this.
Yeah.
It's my point. It's where I'm at. So, you know, no, no, I get really creeped out still to this day, guys, when someone shows me too much affection. Because if someone's showing you a lot of support verbally or affection verbally, and then you say to them, listen, I can't give you things for free, or I can't do this gig for free, or I can't be there for you in your moment of need because I have my own moment of need, suddenly the slander comes, the hate comes, the anger comes, and the whole time they're telling you that they have to be considered first
Mm-hmm.
because they gave you all that affection. And that is so common on all levels of this industry. Another friend asked us the other day, how many personal phone numbers do we have of big names? We
Very
don't.
few, if any. Yeah.
We got a couple emails. I'm not handing them out. A lot of times they get ignored when they're busy. But if they're not in town, I'm not even going to try to hook up with them. And if they're busy, we'll meet each other in the food tent. You know, we'll
Mm-hmm.
flash our union card, even though we're not on that set. And we'll show up at their coffee time or their lunch time and we'll sit down and have lunch with them. But I don't want their phone
Okay.
numbers. I don't
These
want that
balls are ready.
responsibility. They're nice and crispy? Okay, so half the balls are warm and half the balls are not.
So split them evenly. Like move some of the colder ones over. I'll just put them all in here, and you can divide them up, and then we can get the
No, do what you were doing. You already started them.
Okay.
Jeez.
Back and forth.
There's hair in my balls.
Wow, Christina,
What?
you know
We're
we're
not
not
that
that kind
kind
of
of broadcast.
broadcast.
Mm-mm. I mean,
7. Ah, okay.
people talk about Me Too moments. I've had plenty. But I sit there and, people want me to track them down and make them accountable. No, it happened. It's gone. It's over
It
with. I
happens.
didn't do
It's
anything
done.
then. That person could be great now. So I keep trusting and believing and having that faith. And that's who I am. However, I got to be more cautious. Because it's,
Realizing I don't have a flipper like a spatula to get these guys with.
well, leave them
So
open faced.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh, lift them
like
up.
to lift them out,
And
out of
we
the
also don't have
skillet.
forks because we were going to put these. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, careful, they're hot. I'll get 2 forks and a metal flipper or a silicone flipper.
I'm going to eat a cold
Oh,
ball.
and trip on a cat. Sorry, bud.
Aw. Cats are always underfoot. He's turned into a bit of a scaredy cat since we went into an apartment building. So it's going to be a while before we can bring him down to the grass. I'm hoping it's not forever because he loves grass. So, you have to be willing to. Martin, these balls would taste great with mustard.
Okay.
Bring
Mustard
mustard.
balls.
These aren't as filling as the chicken ones are. I wonder what they do. These are the chicken ones that make them taste so heavy. Because these taste light and...
Light and airy.
Oh my god, we gotta buy these again. The entertainment industry is big. It is. It is. It's huge. And people keep going on about, human rights and blah, 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 blah,
Yep,
blah.
yep.
But, why do I have to pay this much to go see a movie? Because it costs,
Works.
that much. I got into a fight
Mustards.
with one young lady backgrounder who was complaining about how much money the producer is making and how she deserves to get paid more because the producer's got a house and 3 garages and that many cars and his daughter's spoiled, etc., etc., etc. And I just couldn't stand it anymore. She just wouldn't shut up. And I was trying to focus on a little storytelling that I was doing with someone else. And I eventually snapped. I said, when you're willing to put that house on the line to pay my bills and pay me to what I think is fair for what I'm actually doing, I'm never going to complain. Why should I? I don't care how many millions of dollars. That guy has to get through every flop. I have to get through a couple $1,000s a month extra that I have to try to find, which isn't always easy, but it's a couple $1,000.
Oh, he
He's
went
got to
inside.
make an extra mill to guarantee the next production happens so I
You
can
not
get
coming
my
back
couple
in?
$1,000. I'm not going to complain. The entertainment biz are busy with their own life. Oh, yeah, they are. But there's a reason we didn't have kids. We wanted to stay, the biggest reason was we wanted to stay in this industry. And neither Martin nor I have the capacity to have this kind of lifestyle and be responsible for children. We just don't. Some of us don't.
We're barely responsible for ourselves sometimes.
We're barely responsible
Well,
for ourselves.
me,
Oh, no, it's not okay because he's a guy and guys are like kids. No.
no.
Not okay. You know, I'm being professional cosplayers. I mean, when we started the whole cosplay thing, it was completely separate from our industry. Now it's merged with our industry. People are professional cosplayers now. Never in the 80s and 90s, I never thought I would hear a term like that, ever. Sometimes, it's your job. Company for 24 years. Wow. Oh, congratulations.
Oh, nice.
Your silver anniversary at Costco. They should give you something in silver. They should give you some, like, silver cutlery or something. But, you know, if you see Martin and I getting kind of pissy at you guys, it's just because things get a little overwhelming. And we know you guys are trying to stay positive, and we congratulate you for it, but we're artists. We need our negative every once in a while. You know?
Yeah, it took me a while to kind of get the hang of that, and even then, I don't always. You know,
Well, it's not his job to make me happy.
no, it's her job to make her happy.
I'm waiting for the other way
My
around.
it's my job to make me happy.
Right?
And it's also my job not to make her unhappy. Right
Now,
there,
if
there's
it's
the difference there, right? Yeah.
notice he didn't say anything about me not making him unhappy. That didn't work, Martin.
Well,
It didn't work.
it's our job to not make each other unhappy, but it's not our job to try to make each other happy. Does that make sense?
Unhappy on purpose.
On purpose, yeah. Yeah.
And this is why I said the other day on the other broadcast that, you know, we're considering a complete restructure of our marriage. So we're bad. And things being overwhelming. Yes. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to say it, you don't have to have a handicap to feel that way. And even if you don't have handicaps, doesn't mean you're going to handle it. You know, I've seen people who've had horrible things happen to them. And they get up and they get back in. And they whine a little bit. And it becomes difficult at times. And it becomes overwhelming and everyone says, okay, I'm giving you a 15-minute break. But in the long run, they continue on. And they do great things. I mean, look at Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he went to every single convention and said, you have to hire me because I was Superman? And I know I'm in a wheelchair, so you're going to have to do all these things, and you're going to have to pay me 3 times as much because I have to survive, and... No. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. He found a whole bunch of causes, took a percentage of the money raised by his presence,
Ooh, look at Melty Good.
and the rest went to the cause. That was a percentage. If that event didn't make money, and he didn't get anything. Not to kill each other into an extra.
Really?
I was staged. Come on.
Absolutely.
If I was trying, he would have been dead.
That's true.
See, it tastes really good with mustard,
It
doesn't
does, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, these fish balls are great. As for cosplaying, you know, we've had a few of you say things like, oh, I don't want to support cosplay or I don't want to be associated with cosplay. You're thinking of the ones with the tiny little bikinis and waving their butts in the camera.
The ones with the butt floss costumes.
Yeah. With a 1-800 number for you to call. I'm talking about the people going to the conventions in outfits that are their characters that they feel they want to be that day.
Mm-hmm.
You know? There's two different. Wow. Whew.
Ginger, good?
I might need a Kleenex.
Oh, yeah? I can do that.
Yes, please.
Pippin's out
Do you
here
want to
again.
grab the margarine? We don't need the
Oh, for the
mustard
corn?
anymore.
Don't need the mustard.
No. Pippin's looking up at Martin like, are you going to pay attention to me or are you just going to let me sit out here? Pippin, what are you doing? Fine. That intro and outro, I feel like you're going to kill him for real. No, I'm not. It's just for fun. Being in the entertainment biz, it's not easy. It's hard. Auditions, callbacks, but you don't have auditions and callbacks for prop making. You do it or you don't, and if you screw up, never be employed.
Yeah, you put yourself on the available list, and if there's a job that needs enough people, then you get called in.
Make sure your portfolio is up to date, which ours is not. You know, the whole
Those look
industry
pretty good.
is reliant upon you guys, really. Even people who are using apps as a secondary income or a way to try new material or whatever. We rely on you guys in so many ways and so many levels.
What?
And it's not just financial. Oh, it looks beautiful.
It's you?
Wow, is that how low my cheese?
That cheese went down the middle.
Wow. Oh,
Fell in the middle.
then do we have grilled cheese?
Sort of, kind
Literally
of.
grill cheese?
Grill cheese, yeah. Skillet cheese, yeah.
Turn the heat down and keep the corn warm?
Yep.
Ooh, hot. Let's get the cheese.
Okay.
But you know, you can't take things personally, and when your life gets really crappy,
Oop.
that's what most people do.
Sorry, Pippin. He's like, what the? There we go. That's
Hey, Pip.
better. Mm-hmm. Hi, buddy. See, outside's not so scary.
I'll be really happy when I get him down to the grass.
Mm-hmm. Well, I pulled out the harness and started approaching him, and he ran for it, and I'm like, okay, last time he really wanted to go outside, but I think he didn't realize that that's what the plan was. Because once I got him to the door, he's like, oh, all right.
So we have to make sure not to go anywhere near the VET for a while.
What's that?
We have to make sure we don't go anywhere near the VET
Oh,
for
yes.
a while.
That thing, yeah. Oh, you needed a Kleenex, right? I think
Yes.
so do I.
Yes, that was the reason you.
That's the original
originally
reason I went in.
there. Damn. So this dinner is part. So,
It's almost kind of using up things from the fridge, too.
and then easy to get in the entertainment biz. It's both. It's both. You can't be upset when someone else gets in easier than you. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm still what they call a non-mass marketable body type, even though body types like mine are being more and more considered. They're still not the big gigs. So you gotta be okay with making a little less than someone who's half your size, and that's why I need you guys to help us promote the store and get people over to the Anime North panels and all that kind of stuff, because that's where we're gonna get our attention. And promote the stories, you know. Promote our stories on here.
Oh, yeah. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I cut
Nice
mine.
grill marks on the bottom. And it's filled in with cheese, the middle of the hole.
Yeah.
Cheese. I should move my mic out of the way a little bit.
Yeah, that would
Don't
help.
want to eat my mic or get cheese on it, right?
Oh my god, how are we gonna eat the corn?
Oh, my God. We have to
Think
put the
of that.
mics upwards or something.
But I've done more than my fair share of independent film and community theater and, you know, Different conventions that you've both been in. Has the convention changed a lot? Has it stayed the same?
Oh,
The
it's changed a
whole,
lot. Yeah.
yeah, the whole reality when it comes to conventions has changed. As a whole, um, the advent of the Comic Con
Yeah. The
just
Comic Con changed things a
changed
lot.
everything. Yeah, I mean, in the early '90s, a large convention was 4,000 people.
And they were usually fan run.
Uh-huh.
There weren't a lot of corporate run conventions back then.
Now there's like 200,000 people on
Hmm.
the corporate run. I mean, there's still little local ones, but you volunteer for that. You drive like 2 hours out of the city to the middle of nowhere in a little community hall,
Hmm.
and you talk to parents who want costume ideas for the kids, and you hope you can sell a few things while you're there.
Hmm.
And that's about all it is. You know, but you have to want to do it just for your heart that day, as opposed to you need to pull a paycheck. But you have to pull a
Hmm.
paycheck on the other stuff, or you can't afford to do those. You just can't afford to. So it's very. There's always been the little ones in the burrows because we used to
Hmm.
always bring the little Doctor Who display out and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, Comic Cons are a fairly recent invention when you think about it. Hmm. Oh my God, Martin and I went from having a couple hundred people in a room to like 3,000 people in a room.
To needing an audio system to be heard.
Hmm. So that was a huge step up.
Hello, good night.
Hello, good night. What?
You coming and going all at once? How's the super couple doing?
Not as hungry as we were a while ago. Yeah, we realized we forgot to eat.
Had it been too many hours since lunch?
So, but yeah, feel free to ask whatever questions you need. This is the time regarding cosplay in the industry and
Hmm.
being a prop maker. But yeah, we've seen so many people die out within the first 5 years in this industry,
Hmm.
and more often than not, they can't handle the pressure or they get too cocky and they spend all their money on the latest thing, and then we're down for months on end, and there's no money left.
Hmm.
And yeah, like we said earlier, it's nasty. One rumor, one issue, one whatever, you can spend years trying to get back in. Running a store right now is so weird for us.
Oh, yeah.
But we want to do wizard staffs and wizard heads and stuff like that. And Vince, I don't mean to be rude with you on the whole, no, we just can't build that. But we can't. Now, if you want to guarantee buy one, I mean, we can't even afford to redo R2. And quite frankly, I want a new challenge. I want to make a BB-8.
Hmm.
I really want to make a BB-8. There's a whole different way of doing it.
Yeah. The physics are so different.
You got to keep yourself challenged, but stay up with the trends because what challenges you isn't always what'll sell, but if it doesn't sell, then you don't have the finances to do what's challenging you. There's
Hmm.
still a lot of people in this industry that only do it part-time, like they only do indie films and community theater and what. They're happy, they've got their other job and they like their other job. Some of us just aren't that good at that, you
Hmm.
know? And like I said, cosplay it used to be a separate entity for us.
Hmm.
Now it's all one and the same. Being a cosplayer at a convention is, you're obligated to entertain now.
Hmm.
Whereas before you were just dressing up. You know?
And
There's,
the ratio has changed a lot too, right? So, when we first started going to conventions back in the 80s, maybe 10 or 15% of the people were in costume, right? And now it's like easily half to three-quarters of the people are dressed in costume of some form or another.
or hint at a costume like something like an Indiana Jones jacket with a whip.
Yeah.
You know. So it's a normal thing now, whereas back then it wasn't. You were super, super special. Now you're super special if you can make a transformer outfit with platforms and stilts, and it's a very different world. You know. honesty, I'm proud that you guys are remaining strong during this COVID-19. You guys first met during the Doctor Who convention. How has it changed for the both of you during the Doctor Who convention?
Oh, since then?
You can answer that one for
I can
now.
answer that one. Okay. Well, I mean, thinking early on in the relationship, it was we weren't as much in the like immersed in the entertainment industry. Right, we were doing some background work, and I was doing theater lighting and stuff like that. And all of most of our artistic outlets were in the science fiction fandom. The conventions, the costuming and costuming before it was called cosplay, right? And then
But when we first met, it really wasn't. When we first met at the convention, you had no idea what I was doing.
I had no idea. Yeah, I mean, I came there just to hang out with other geeks and talk about Doctor Who, and I had no idea back then what it would lead to. A whole change in mindset, a whole change in career. I mean, I was studying to be an electronics technician or electronics technologist for the purpose of going into robotics or something like that. And in a strange sort of way, I've partially achieved some of that. Sure, the robots that we build aren't necessarily practical robots. They're not there for an industrial application or anything. I answer while she eats. Yeah, Jazzy. We take turns like that, or we try to anyway. So, the robots that we build aren't necessarily for a practical industrial purpose. They're there for entertainment purposes. But the principles, the theories, the physics, the mechanics, the engineering behind them is still the same. Right. So it's been able to take that knowledge and learn those skills and put them to a use towards entertainment instead of towards real world. Who knows what kind of robots I would have been working on, and it would probably have been boring as heck.
For me, it really hasn't changed. Like, I mean, the nature of cosplay has changed and stuff like that. But when it comes to the entertainment industry, I would get rid of one job when I got bored of it. So I did camera work and decided to do tape op and decided I was a costumer for a while. And the whole time I always found reasons to act. So when we met and where we are today, it really hasn't changed that much for me. The size of the audiences has.
Yeah.
And it's kind of unfulfilling for me to have them small again. And I
Oh,
really
no.
don't take this personally, anyone, but I hate the fact that I can't see you guys.
We would
Yeah.
love to be able to have picture in picture in picture in
Yeah.
picture in picture in picture.
He answers while
of
I
all these.
eat, and then when I start answering, he won't shut up.
Ow.
Eat.
Oh.
Yes, thank you. Um, but it's very disconnecting because a lot of that energy came from that live experience. And it makes it really easy for you to perform. It makes it easy for you to get on that stage quicker. It's harder to be late because you've got an audience out there chanting, "Where the hell are you?" It's and you've got another panelist after you or another show after you or whatever. So this virtual thing has definitely challenged me as an artist because it's very different than what I need to get that energy up. But did you guys think, well, Doctor Who convention would lead up till today? I really, I, I don't think that question affects me because I didn't really make any heavy expectations of myself in the future.
I didn't either.
Your parents did.
Yeah. Well, they didn't expect me to go in this direction at all, right?
So I think that question applies more to you than me. So you
Yeah,
talk,
I mean, based on here we go again. Based on what my parents' expectations were of me, no, I didn't expect to get to our life to be in this direction, right? With the fully in the entertainment industry and building and all that sort of thing. And the cat is
Sorry.
rolling around on the mat, being goofy. Oh, he's caught on the table somewhere here.
Solve it, Martin.
I can't reach it.
It's
Hang on, Pip. Oh, it's
Hang on,
literally
Martin's
caught
answering
under
the
the
cat.
table leg.
Oh, I see what happened. There we go.
Better. He's like, I can't move.
That's a stage performance. COVID is over. I want to meet you both. Come to California with me. I'd love to see
Heck yeah.
California again, and Martin hasn't. Martin hasn't had
That's
the
true.
opportunity for that or New Orleans.
Hmm.
He's not been down to New Orleans. I was down in New Orleans. Actually, there's a lot of places I've been that you really haven't gotten to.
Hmm.
We'll have to fix that. Even Long Island, New York is kind of quaint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but we would love to, but it's a matter of budget. You
Hmm.
guys get the promotion out for the page, you know, on all your other platforms. Help us make some sales.
Hmm.
Keep those awards coming. Keep those sponsorships coming. I mean, with Patreon, we were making at one time about 300 a month,
Hmm.
and then everything came down, so we couldn't keep up the Patreon.
Yep.
I mean, everything just happened in our life to a point where we couldn't keep our promises, and I don't believe in taking money if I'm not keeping my promises.
Hmm.
So, if we can get back up to that on here,
Hmm.
that would help immeasurably. I mean, we still have to count it as income, but it's additional income, you know?
Come pick me up in Buffalo and take me on the border.
Oh, yeah. You make
Yeah.
your way to Buffalo, honey. We'll come get you.
Hmm.
We'll let you crash on the floor here. Well, we'll see day by day.
Hmm.
Mm. We have a friend of ours down the States that's been meaning to come up as well. So, like, more immediately south, like Pennsylvania area, or his
Hmm.
family is. But he does a lot of Renaissance festivals, so if you time it right, he can meet up with you. And you can both come up
We'll do a
together.
big group,
I
I
think
think.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Hmm.
think you'd like Red. I really think you'd like Red.
Well,
Well, we
Red's
got
on.
him,
Wait, Red's on here. You know
yeah.
Red.
Well, the two of them would develop a friendship because they'd
Yeah.
know each other in person at that point.
Yep.
Red is awesome. But yeah, we have no problems with that. We
Hmm.
just ask that people don't do things like abuse our phone numbers or, you know,
Hmm.
become stalkers because they feel lonely because we got busy or. I mean, we hear it all the time. People are like, oh, so and so used to talk to me about cosplaying, and now they're like a big name in cosplay, so they don't do that. And we get thanked a lot for spending time with people, and it makes me feel good. But when we get to a convention, and there's no way with the schedule you got, and it's a 200,000 people at the convention,
Hmm.
a good sized Comic Con, and you find out online that someone's tearing you a new one because you had to get between panels and you were at a photo shoot and you supported this panelist by going to theirs and helping them out and then you ate with these people because you haven't seen them in a while and they really are close friends that you've known for years.
Hmm.
It becomes this vicious circle. And then the nasty stuff and then starts and then you spend more time dealing with the nasty stuff than you do dealing with your own life and your own art.
Hmm.
So it's hard. And then there's a lot of sexual accusations for a lot of male actors. So it's like as long as you stay
Actors,
human,
directors, producers. Yeah.
you know, as long as you stay human, I'm good.
Hmm.
Pick with Matt Baxter and Pippin. You read in person someday. Yeah, he's awesome.
Hmm.
Yes, we are, Jesse.
We are eating on our front deck.
Been indoors all day, not enough sunlight, and had to eat and talk to you guys at the same time.
Hmm.
I don't like doing this, right? 'Cause I like giving all my attention to you guys. Um,
Backstage drama. Yeah, there can be a lot of it.
I think Friday we need to build things.
Friday we need the buildings. Yeah.
Well, there's all
Oh,
these
hold on.
sticky notes.
Friday is locker day.
If I don't get a response from people who want to buy
Mm.
things,
Then Friday won't be locker day.
no, we
Oh.
can always fit Locker Day in tomorrow after Dad or
Mm-hmm.
before. There we go. The backstage drama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes, I used to say that if we got paid for the backstage drama more than we got paid for the drama we get a chance to do on stage, we'd be rich.
Yeah.
I need all the attention. Yeah, there's a lot of that attitude.
Yeah.
Has pay changed in the entertainment than compared to now? Depends on what you're doing.
I think it's climbed as much as any other industry, really. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
equal
really
to everything else.
grown any larger than any other industry pay wise.
Well, we lost a lot of opportunities. We
Hmm.
did. We wound up in a really bad spot. And we wallowed in that bad spot for a long time. So we lost a lot of opportunities to get up to the next pay, level. and got bumped back down. So it's going to be hard working back up again, but with a little help, shouldn't be too hard. But your pay is really dependent on what gigs you get, and you spend more time looking for work than you do having work. So, and people are like, "Oh, so you're unemployed?" No. The question is, how lazy are you when it comes to looking for that next gig? And are you looking for your next gig while you have your present gig? You know, with a TV or movie, how long does it take to build a set?
Oh my God, that really depends on the show.
So,
Something like
okay.
something like Stargate.
Yep.
We got all these spaceship sets and all these alien world
Utah
sets
guy.
to build. Like to start, I think when Stargate Universe first started production, we had a 3 month prep time, basically to build everything for the first episode. So, but other
And
shows,
still behind
and
schedule.
still be on schedule, right? Because we were still doing stuff for Stargate Atlantis, which hadn't wrapped yet, right? And then you know other shows where they're doing a lot of location stuff. They're doing a lot of simple sets, like an office environment or a hospital environment. Those sets are a lot easier to build, so it
Well, they
takes a
go up
lot
in a
less
day or
time.
two.
They go up in a few days, right?
Most of your props and stuff are researched, not built. Flats are abundant. You can get flats practically anywhere. Rental places, productions themselves will have their own flats. Studios will have flats that you can rent. But yeah, it really does depend on what you do. If most of your shooting is location shooting, well then you have very few sets. But you're going to spend a ton of money on things like lighting and stuff like that to control the environment. So that the appropriate amount of light is on the appropriate scene, and you're shooting the same scene 20 times in a day. You better make sure you have the appropriate lights and such to make it look like it's still the 10 minutes that was at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
So you save time on set building by shooting outdoors. However, you don't necessarily save money. And if the weather drastically changes, yeah,
Well, this is it.
it's shot in the dark.
Say you have a particular scene that's going to take a few days to shoot,
Or
or a
Jesse's
couple of
trying to
days
get
to
us in
shoot.
trouble.
Do we ever take anything from set? You think we're going to admit to that? We don't actually. I mean,
What?
not until after a show is wrapped, then we're usually able to take stuff, right? But I think we're done.
Have you forgot my desperate young times as a backgrounder?
Oh, well, I wasn't counting that part. Oh yeah.
But Martin's right. Only if they're not using it again.
Oh,
A lot of
do you want the
times.
less burned one?
No, I don't care.
You don't care?
Um,
Nice crispy roasted corn.
and a lot of times it would be something for a big fan of that actor or whatever. We'd bring something and say, okay, so and so touched it. Here's your birthday gift. You know, um, but anything major that's iconic, no,
No.
no, that would end your career, like on a level that is not repairable.
Is there a certain deadline to build? Oh,
Always.
always. Yeah. I mean, when the production or the studio decides that this is the day we are starting to film. All right, this is day one of episode one. Everything's got to be ready for that day one. You know.
That's when we booked the studio. That's when we.
Yep.
Corn is the last stage of this.
The final chapter of our meal.
We had gluten-free bagels with avocado, onion, and cheese,
Cheese
and we had
and fish balls.
fish balls.
Swedish fish balls. And it just sounds weird.
It does. I think I've been kind of stressed out.
Jazzy, I would take things.
Well, as long as you can get away with it, you're employed.
There was a little interview done when Star Trek: The Next Generation was filming, and they were talking about the pads, right? They're little handheld terminals, right? They're iPads, right? Before iPads existed, and they were actually nicknamed hall passes by the background performers because pretty much every crewman on the ship would have one of these in their hand as they're walking down the corridor in the background of a scene, and they had to just keep building them and making them. They were pumping them out by the dozens because people would actually pocket them. At the end of their shooting day, backgrounders would take them home. It's like, hey, this is my badge of honor. I was on Star Trek.
But once they brag, because people don't shut up,
Yeah.
then you're fired. You
Yeah.
will never see that set ever again. You know? If they don't pick a TV show for another season, how would people take it though? Depends on how much you got wrapped up in the show.
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't pre-planned it, people can take it horribly. Um, but if you're in the industry for a long period of time, you're always expecting the show to end. Every season, when everyone's like, "Oh, this season's going to continue," the next season's going to happen, the show's going to continue. Don't believe a damn thing until you get told directly, because
Oh,
then you
yeah.
get your hopes up, and then they call you the date before you're supposed to go to set for the next season. Go, yeah, we canceled. We tried to
By
make
the
it
way,
work,
you
but
thought you had a job today? Nope.
nope. Yeah.
Did you not get the email? Oh, you mean the one that wasn't sent out?
I mean, Stargate ending was a huge hit for most of us. It was a huge emotional hit. But what can you do? You're not the producer, so unless you got that money in your back pocket, you can't just get the show back up and going. And we've had fans, get really upset. Oh, we all want it up and going. Yeah, but if the money isn't there, the money isn't there.
The number of the protests in Vancouver to save Stargate SG-1 when the news came down that it was being canceled. It's like they can't really. That's not going to change people's minds. I mean, we went through it in the '80s with Doctor Who,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
From a distance, right? Because there's no Doctor Who isn't filmed in Canada at all. But
Now, the problem with British productions, yeah, it's not going to work. Okay, I give up.
I'm just going to have to try and chew.
Problem with British productions
So
is each BBC channel has a budget for the channel,
let's see what we can do here.
and the channel
Microphone,
budget
yeah.
is divided between productions.
Can everyone hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. So
Oh,
I'm going to try that.
it's like an alien. It's a little antenna. You're half off screen anyway.
I'm a half off screen. Yeah. People get upset. Well, they do. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But, unless you're going to pay the bills and everyone goes back to the producers, oh, you've got a house, you've got a car, you've got a... Yeah, but you know what? I can just walk into another production and get that job. If there's a lot really going on and I've got my status and I did my good work, I submit to 20 productions, I get one, I'm employed.
It's still pretty
That
hot.
producer goes home and there's nothing he can produce with what money's left after, the show he wrapped. He's stuck. He has no income until he finds the next feasible production. Since you worked in all TV series, well, not all, like SG-1, Star Trek, what was the hardest thing that you both had to deal with while being that TV or movie being wrapped up?
Well, the one that we had the most experience with being wrapped would be Stargate, and it was like losing a family. To work with the same 24 people in the immediate group, not to mention the dozens of other people in other departments that you associate with periodically during the course of the production, and you're all going your separate ways. People, if anybody's had experience with the end of summer camp, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's crying and hugging each other, and they all have to go home again. And think of that, but think of that on a grander scale, because you've been working for months and years with these people, and you don't know if you're going to see them again. You might see them on the next production. You might not see them for a couple of years.
For me, I've had a harder time when a shop goes under.
Yeah.
When a shop can't find the next gig to keep its whole staff employed, it has to either shut down for a while, shut down permanently, or get rid of 50% of its staff. And whether or not it's you or someone else, the whole dynamic in that shop changes. It becomes so much emptier and lonelier and colder, so to speak.
Do we still keep in touch with the people at Stargate till this day? I mean, we've got some of them on Facebook. Some of them have moved on and gone their separate ways, but
I'd say about 6 of them,
about 6 of them.
maybe 7.
Yeah.
But we also
I think
moved across country.
Yeah, and we don't talk to them much on Facebook, but we follow them, they follow us, so we know what each other's up to.
We make crude remarks at each other all the time.
Yep.
Just to
Birthday
remind,
greetings, things like that.
yeah, just to remind each other how much we missed each other.
Yeah, how much we miss each other. Yeah. But our aim is improving.
That's right. Instagram recently has reconnected us with a lot of people that we left behind that we didn't know
Yeah,
where they went,
that's the
and we're
truth. Yeah.
finally finding them, and they're like, "What are you doing in Toronto?" We went back. But why didn't you stay here in BC? I got this project. I'm like, yeah, but we went back. Sorry.
Yep. Sorry, we're not coming back unless it's really, really, viable. Are the actors nice to you guys? Um,
Most of
no,
the time.
they're all jerks. No,
Well,
actually, most
apparently
of the
they're nicer to me
time.
more often than they
Well,
are to you.
whoop, oh, don't go down the gut. There you go.
What'd you drop?
My hand's free.
Oh,
My earbud.
again.
It refuses to stay in my ear.
Cat. Where'd
He
cat
went
go?
back inside. Oh, there's
So
Baxter.
he's
Hey, Baxter.
inside.
Do you want to try coming out?
Pippin's
Nope.
inside with his leash on.
Yep.
That's not safe.
I think he's going to get caught on something.
Who
Let me go
knows?
find out. Oh, no, he's right here again.
Oh,
Come back out. He's coming back out.
okay. Let's see if Baxter follows him.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, Jazzy, I said yes. Martin said no. That's because they're nice to me. They're not nice to Martin. SG1 wish they would have kept the big SG time machine.
Yeah, you mean the
again,
Stargate itself? Yeah.
Yeah. But again, yeah, if the rest of us had our say in way, but it was at the mercy of a producer that really didn't care anymore. So it gets scrapped. I would have loved to have seen it in the Smithsonian too. I think they should hire us to build another one. I know it won't be the one, but so what?
That's right. Cats don't like leashes. Some of them are okay with it.
Oh, he's fine. He doesn't care about the leash.
It's where we take him with the leash. That's what he doesn't like sometimes. Oh, Baxter's out without the harness, and now he's back in again. You
Oh,
want
do
to
you
come out,
wanna-
Baxter? You want to come out?
Baxter's the difficult one.
Hi, monkey. Want to come out?
Pippin, come here.
Want to come out? Nope, he's running. Oh, well.
Hey, Buffett. But there's a lot of cats that like leashes. It's just you got to start them young. It's just these guys are a little more skittish right now because they used to have that freedom on leashes and stuff to go outside into the yard and everything. But then we lived in a couple apartments back to back. And to get them out into the hall and then down the, and just, it was too much. So it's been a while. We've got to reclimatize them. It doesn't help that the chilly breeze is coming back in.
Yeah.
Not the same one, but
Modernized.
nice. Just have to be a cat whisperer. I can talk them into almost anything.
As sure as you can.
She were quiet every time we moved the mic away. I think we got quiet, period. Hello?
I can hear you okay.
Okay. I can't hear me.
You can't hear
Probably
me?
because they don't listen to me.
Huh?
Well, I can, but just not okay.
Who, where, what? Oh, looks
It is yummy.
Roasted corn.
Though I think one side stayed in a little long.
Yeah. I should have turned it a couple more times.
You should have. Or you should have sprayed them with a little water or something.
Uh-oh.
I can get it.
Ta-da.
Yeah, we suddenly realized that we promised to be on air and we hadn't eaten. So, not my favorite thing to do on air, but hey, had to happen.
Make sure to take Pippin's leash off.
Yeah, if he gets too far
Well,
inside,
he went
yes.
inside again.
He's fine for now.
No, no.
Hopefully he's bribing Baxter.
Come on, dude. It's nice out here.
You guys might start getting more broadcasts like this just for the sake of the cats. Because hopefully we'll have less and less time to do things, so to speak. Which makes these times so precious.
I can watch you eat. Always good to know.
Well, we gotta be careful because, you know, we're
We're
not that kind of broadcast. What?
Thank You set that up just
You know
as I
you're
was
supposed to
taking a
take
bite.
smaller bites, right?
That was a pretty small bite.
You don't know what a small bite is.
You mean like this?
Okay.
The corn on the cob that gets stuck in my teeth. Oh yeah.
That's half the fun.
The other half comes if you don't chew it enough. That comes the next day.
Enter, exit. Untouched. Da-da-da-da!
Well, Pippin's back here. He
Oh,
just came
there
back
he
up.
is.
He's just chilling on the mat.
And I wait for Christmas to see Morgan's turkey. There's Baxter.
Baxter. He's like, no, no. My terms. I want to come out on my terms. Don't make me wear that thing.
Martin and his turkey.
That was fun doing that turkey. Much better than the turkey we did
And Burnaby,
in Burnaby.
are you talking so I can eat?
Sure, I'll talk to you.
Thank you.
Oh, there's Baxter.
What? Is he out?
He's out, man. Oh, he's
And
coming
he's
back.
back in.
Hmm?
Oh, no. You want to go take care of Baxter? You'll probably spook him. He'll probably go back in. He's a cat.
Baxter.
Nope.
Nope. Oh well.
Okay,
Yeah.
you talk.
Yeah, no, doing that turkey exercise was pretty fun. We tried one in Burnaby a few years ago, and we made the mistake of deciding, hey, we're going to do the turkey on the barbecue, because we had a bigger barbecue than this one back then. And unfortunately, it was a cold winter day, and our barbecue tank was kind of empty. And so we had to rush the turkey into the oven with very little time to spare. So it took a while for it to cook, and finally we just kind of gave up. We cooked the thing and we broke it up into pieces. Did audience conventions tell you, can you have your autograph? Or guys, tell, sorry, I'm running late. We got requests quite a lot actually, and we try to accommodate as much as we can.
Well,
Mostly people ask for pictures.
yeah. And then you give them your business card, or you let them take a photograph of the business card because digital photography.
Just do a tofurkey.
And or they get a hold of you online and they start communicating with you. And but we've signed our fair share of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, if we're cosplaying as a particular character, we'll sign as that character.
Yeah.
All right.
Some of them, not all of them.
Emergency turkey rescue. Yeah, it pretty much
But
was.
if you look at the fan page, our store, if you look at our store, you'll see we added prints, like physical prints, with an autograph. Oh, you know what we should do? We should make a condition as to whether or not they want to personalize.
Oh, like
Yeah, like that
like
pop
we
gun
did,
thing that we
like
taught.
we did
Yeah.
for the Haps logo.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we should do that.
I can do that.
Okay, now that's been recorded live, and I'm not going to delete this, which means you have to do it now
I have to.
because there's witnesses.
Okay.
Okay, but those are pretty cheap, so
Now
those
people
are at a
want
price
selfies
bracket
with you,
that a
yeah.
lot of people can afford, and that'll help us. That'll really help us financially.
Have I ever signed as Qui-Gon? I think so. I'm trying to remember.
That was a long time ago.
A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far away, Naboo was under an attack.
I thought me and Qui-Gon Jinn could talk the Federation in. Yeah. And the online store compared to seeing the audience in person.
Different.
Empty.
Very.
Very empty.
Hey, Baxter.
Oh. Don't call him, just very gently. Because he knows he's not supposed to be out. He's just got to learn that being out means harness.
Look.
Do you have pics or headshots that you sign autographs at conventions? There was a time when that was a thing, when we were doing all the parody plays, and when we were doing a lot of the public promos and stuff. But that was a very different world.
He's hightailed it to the back somewhere.
It's I haven't had a need for a headshot in
Go put this on your brother. No?
years. Years. It actually might be time when this whole COVID thing is over with, and we see what my hair looks like. We might do it again. Oh, actually, no. We did some when we first
Sorry,
got
Pip.
up here. Because
What's
we
that?
put ourselves on the roster for specialty background and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's
We
right.
did that photo
We did the
shoot.
headshots with Peter,
Yeah.
with our friend Peter. Yeah,
Um,
I can. Baxter's left the
but
building. No, actually,
we haven't.
Baxter's re-entered the building.
But yeah, we haven't done that in years, autographing our own headshots. We mostly autograph pictures of ourselves as characters. We used to have all these, when we used to do all the big parody plays and stuff like that, and the murder mystery, we always had page printouts with the characters and the actors. And it was a single page printout so you could keep track of all the characters. And we always wind up
Like a
autographing
playbill,
them afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah, like a playbill. And then after the show was done, a good 50 to 60% of the audience would stay around and get us to sign those. That was a very popular thing, was autographing those. And then there was the one we did out of cardstock, so it'd be nice and stiff.
Oh yeah.
Then we did the little edge on it and stuff. And we all signed the back of it for people. So it sometimes happens, but not as often as you think. Like that at the beginning. What? Watch the cat climb a tree. Not from up here, he won't. Since you have the unsigned prints, well, can you sign it and put the car hunger COD? Well,
Or the logo or something. Or yeah.
well, we have the prints on the store from a particular photo session with a photographer who signed releases for us to sell them on the condition that he could do what he wanted with them.
Yeah.
So we made a calendar 2 years ago, 3 years ago now.
3 years ago.
And
yeah.
those photos that are up there right now are from that photo session. So we have to make sure we always have permission. And we are offering to sign them before mailing them to people.
Mhm.
And mailing is simple, it's just an envelope. So if a bunch of those get bought, that make us happy. Because that's like dinner money, you know. We got the 4x6s at $7.99, the 8x10s at $12.99, and I can't remember what. No, the 5x7s at $12.99, and the 8x10s at $17.99. So
Something like that.
that's Canadian.
Was R2
Very
on the
cool,
calendar?
thank you.
No. R2 was in his storage locker. He didn't come down to Washington with us.
That's right. He didn't.
We wouldn't have had room for him in the car anyway. We had our
That's
luggage
true.
for the week, our clothes for the week, our regular clothes, all of our costumes, like 9 costume changes we did that week, something like that. Plus all the props for those costumes. There wouldn't have been room for R2.
Well, some of those we did twice.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars, we did twice. Queen Maeve, we did twice. Yeah, because certain people were available at certain times and certain locations were en route to other locations. I'd like to remake my Cleopatra.
Mm-hmm.
I really would like us to remake the Egyptian outfits.
We could 3D print the crown now instead of doing paper mache and all
It
that
would be
sort of stuff.
so
Yeah.
much lighter.
It would. Yeah.
Oh, Martin,
Uh-huh.
you just excited me.
Oh my. But we're not that kind of broadcast.
We could now.
Drinking beer. No, it is
Hey, Harold.
Great Jamaican ginger beer.
I want to see BB-8 build too. I want to build a BB-8, but the cost. Oh my god! But you know, if someone's got a special request, like I mean, we've got R2D2's baby album. If you want
That's
us to
right.
copy his baby album and sell it to you, which is like all his development pictures, just ask us for a quote. We'll do it.
Yeah.
We don't
all
mind
the
sharing
work in
everything.
progress pictures of him.
Yeah, I mean, people. We've had some people already get a hold of us and go, "Oh my god, you're not doing this for free." Well, no, because we did years ago, and we're not in a position now.
Sounds like
We have
someone's got a
remote
car.
control
Yeah.
car.
We have a remote control car.
Woo!
Pippin's watching.
You have our cat's attention. TKOB.
Some days you are that kind of
That's
broadcast.
really.
That
They're
kind
not.
of
They're not
broadcast.
beer. They're ginger beer, and they're not actually beer. There's like overglorified ginger ale.
You know, making a Witch King costume for Halloween. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah.
yes, Canadian Wonder Woman. Yeah, I want to do that, but I don't know. Oh, that'll be nice, Boba Fett.
Mhm.
That'll be awesome. Martin and I want to do Mandos.
Yep.
Want to do Mandos. We have like a
Have to decide what
huge
helmet
wish list.
style we want to do and what armor style because there's so much now.
We just gotta. We had so much we left behind. If we had all this stuff here in Toronto,
Hmm.
we'd be building every day. But we don't. We thought we were coming
Hmm.
straight for work, and it wound up being not so.
Then there's a
Yay, COVID!
pandemic. Yeah.
Yay, COVID! Oh boy. Yeah.
RC car incoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it. It's in their driveway, I think. Oh, and the one daughter's putting on her roller skates too. Like the
Well,
options available for
Martin
Klingons.
wants
Yeah,
to
there's a lot.
redo
Yeah.
his classic Klingon, but with the red leather this time instead of vinyl.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then I really want to do the Jadzia Dax in her little
Her
sport
Klingon
kind of,
outfit. Yeah.
yeah, her turtleneck, and but I gotta find a lighter fabric.
Hmm.
Or during the summer I'm gonna overheat.
Yeah. His mace is bigger than I thought. Oh, the Witch King mace. Yeah,
Ah, yeah,
it's
it is.
massive.
Well, it's like when we decided to build our own K9, and we did the measurements used in the show in Doctor Who. He's huge.
He is really big.
We
Yeah.
never really thought about it, you know? Oh my god.
Hmm.
Well, when we first made the Cleopatra costume, we hand poured every single snake and cobra on that headdress.
Yeah, all the cobras and the vulture.
We had to order in the cocoa beads, the
Hmm.
gold colored cocoa beads.
Yeah.
And then there's the cap, and then there was hand painting the gold lame wings, and then there was sewing the actual outfit, then there was the
Hmm.
crook and flail. It took us about a month and a half.
About that. Yeah. And at the same
And
time,
we
we
were
were
still.
doing the paper mache Anubis and Toph heads,
Mhm.
the god heads. Yeah.
And the little skirts for them, which is another reason
My
why I want to put you
my
back in
little
the
Egyptian kilt. Yeah.
the little Egyptian skirts.
Little white pleated
Martin
skirt.
actually
Yeah.
looks good in a little Egyptian skirt.
It's the legs. Yeah.
You have chicken legs.
I do. Oh,
Well, you do.
I do.
Look you see how quickly he admitted to that?
Oh,
And then
I
he
do.
thought about it.
I do. Yeah.
Talk about trust.
Yeah. Is Jetsia your twin?
Oh my god, I wish. Did you see the images of me and Jadzia? I used to wear that costume proudly.
It's pretty awesome.
That's
yeah.
chill.
Yeah. I didn't care for the Hobbit movies.
No. Okay, you talk.
They were good. Definitely, they weren't the same impact that the Lord of the Rings trilogy movies had, right? But I think in and of themselves, they were pretty good. I know we didn't get very iconic elements from the Lord of the Rings series, like the anything like that, like Tom Bombadil in
Yeah.
in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. We don't see him, right? And then
I want to talk about
a lot of the other things. It's just, there's only so much you can do, you know.
Well, this is another reason why I'm loving doing the story times,
Hmm.
because we get to turn hapsters into characters and all these
That's
things,
true,
and we can
yeah.
just have fun with it. The character types instead of the actual characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I would like to see Tom Bombadil.
Yep.
That's definitely something I
The Barrow
want to
Whites,
see.
things like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that's so much in the books that
But that would have been like a 10-hour movie.
yeah.
I mean, how much can you put in
Baxter.
a movie? You move even a little bit. He's so
It's made a
frantic.
sound and he's bolting back
It's gonna
inside.
take him a while.
It's the advantage of posty walking legs work too well with the kill. Yeah, really. You've got the legs for it, laddie.
Imagine that you guys make a motorized broom in Harry Potter. That would be fun. Aren't
You
people
do-
actually playing?
You do it with a Segway, right? And you put the broom on the Segway, and you ride around the broom like that.
I see.
Then you have to paint the Segway black, right? So it sort of disappears. You can't do chroma key live.
Oh, hold on, I
Right.
saw that somewhere. Like if they go wrong angle, then it looked like they weren't on the.
Well, it's
broom,
like
but-
the Velociraptor, big Velociraptor costumes,
yeah.
not the inflatable ones, but the actual
Yeah.
animatronic heads and everything. And you see the operator's legs, sort of in between the Velociraptor's legs, because they're wearing stage blacks basically, and it's actually quite amazing to see that sort of
Make
thing.
sure it's
so,
matte fabric,
Yep,
because if it's not matte fabric, the light will catch it. And
yep. Because we haven't got that light scattering fabric yet.
no, one day. Oh, I have a text
One of these
message.
days.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
A friend sent me a text message saying we should get one of these, and I don't know what.
That's always a dangerous thing. We should get one of these. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, that's it.
Well, that's
That's a
cool.
pretty heavy duty fire
It's a
pit.
serious fire pit.
Baxter,
Or you just got a cheapy fire
come here,
pit.
monkey. Come here. We got to teach you. You have to be on your harness if you're out here. Harness and your leash, so you can't go like diving off the balcony and chasing after something.
No,
Oh, it's
I
a
don't want
tiny
that.
little, it's a tiny little car.
Oh, it is a tiny little car. It's a very tiny.
Hey,
We're good.
the remote's bigger than the car.
Our neighbors have a little remote control car. Whee!
Check in with MI6's Q. Oh, for the light scattering fabric? Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, where'd he go?
Behind the car. We should get mud out here.
So he's not powered up.
No, his battery's dead.
Hi, Katrina. You can hear him, right? You don't drive like that in real life, do you?
Well, at least it's not a full-size car.
That's true. It's adorable.
That's hilarious.
So why don't we move this inside? It's starting to get chilly. Oh my.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Yep. So do I leave you to deal with all this?
Yep.
And I
All
will.
this stuff.
I'm using them as a mirror now.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to refresh my
Using
makeup,
the
so
world as a mirror?
last thing I'm gonna do is walk around with food on my face.
Where are you moving to?
The office.
The office? Oh, Bluetooth earbuds out of range.
That's fine.
That's fine. Okay.
I'll be just fine.
Do you want to take out your...
Oh, I can do that too.
Okay.
Means you're not communicating with me.
Means I...
Unless you want mine.
I'll,
Do you want my phone?
no, it's okay. I'm
Okay.
not going to be long here.
So let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's just leave Martin to that. Doo doo doo.
Figure out where...
Oh wow, it's dark in here. Going into the dark denizens. Oh, cat! Hey Martin, you want to come take his harness off?
Oh, yep.
I just
Yep.
stepped on the leash.
Just
Come
lets me have
on.
the leash for now.
Go on. Mm-hmm. Hang on a sec, guys. Both phones. Light on. Hi, bud. The cat is like, ugh. All right, brought you guys back inside. And all the characters that you've done, what was the thrilling costume or costumes that you both have done in the world of cosplay? Cosplay. So if we bring it down to cosplay, I mean, the original dialect was exciting for me, but Maleficent was the bigger challenge, so it really depends on what point of the career you're talking about. You know, what part of the cosplay life you're talking about. Oh. Oh, my tab's closed on my... Give me a second, guys. Oh, where's the... Oh. Oh, my tab's closed, including Haps. So how am I on here with them? That's interesting. Sorry, guys, I think my computer may have rebooted. Like, restore tabs.
Yeah, we're still on.
Yeah, oddly enough.
Huh.
So hang on a second, we'll properly answer your question in a second. A little more than a second. History. Tabs. Where is the tabs tab? Okay. Hoping that by restoring it, it just could be okay. Smart's gone back outside. Oh, there's the apps tab. Restore. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna enable camera mic. Join. Doctor Who is on air. Doctor Who is very much on air. So hang on. Are we still on the broadcast? Oh, yeah, we are. So look at that. I want this one. Not that one. I want this one. Not that one. Hang on, I will have this perfect in a moment. The mic on this one goes off. The mic on the other one stays on. And Martin slides up next. Everything's in?
Yep.
Oh, goody.
Everything's in but the tables because the barbecue's still a little too hot to move.
Ah, that's fine. Come join me at the Cas
Dum-dum.
Bar. At the Cash
Cash
Bar.
bar?
Yeah. Yeah. BritBox. Yes. Bless you many times. That thing's fast. That little remote control car, definitely.
Mm.
Those things are really fast. They just whip around.
Yep.
All the characters that you have done, what was the most thrilling costume or costumes you've both done in the years
Oh,
of cosplay?
wow.
See, I think when you rolled out with that dialogue, as simple as it was in comparison to what we've done,
That first Halloween?
that was exciting.
Uh,
But
I had
Maleficent would be the biggest challenge.
I had her stand in the driveway. This is at my mom and dad's place. Stand in the driveway, and then I had the remote for the garage door, and I was in the Dalek, and I opened the garage door with the remote, and there was the Dalek, and coming out of the garage towards her.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome. And then we remade the dialogue about twice before we
Yep.
were happy.
Yeah.
And then, but I'd say more recently it would be Maleficent,
Mhm.
unless you feel Kosh. I guess it's kind of
For me, it was Kosh.
For you, it was Kosh,
personally. Yeah. For you personally, it's Maleficent.
it's Maleficent.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, for
Noticed-
slightly different reasons, but
Never noticed
not that
the
different.
big
you
stick
know.
behind. Oh, that stuff was actually in the sewing room up until recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was in the
that-
storage locker, and
Yeah.
so were those boxes, and
Yep.
that's stuff we didn't get to today.
Yep.
Since Doctor Who's not on the air, I told him off already.
Yeah.
Doctor Who is on the air. You guys able to play any characters in that series? Well, we've been doing like you pull off the War Doctor really well, even though your
Yes,
hair
yes,
isn't
I do.
accurate. We should try to make your hair closer to his next time you put on the outfit. And I've gone back to doing Romana now, but the characters on the most recent seasons, nothing there interests me.
Nothing really there for us to do.
Oh. Yeah.
Do you realize in a couple of years it'll be the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who?
Wow.
Yeah. If they make it to the 60th anniversary.
We are so gonna party.
Hmm. I remember the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who was a huge deal.
Yeah. Well, was that the year of the movie?
That was the year of the movie, the docudrama.
Right.
And that was in the series, that was the Day of the Doctor, with when they had John Hurt playing the War Doctor, and they had number 10 and 11.
What was the
whole
actor they got?
Time Warner.
That was the whole lineup of doctors at the end, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, who did they get to play Doctor number one?
Yeah.
David, is it David Breyer? Someone like that. He's also the same actor that played in Lord of the Rings, the Steward of Gondor.
Yeah.
Denethor.
Damn.
Oh no, hold on,
What?
my mistake. He may not have been Denethor and Steward in Lord of the Rings. In Game of Thrones, he was Walder Frey, I think. Right now, the Doctor's a woman. Yeah.
Someone's hit the Wikipedia. Yes, right now, yeah, the Doctor's a woman. Well, that was talked about a lot in the 80s, but no one had the
Yeah.
courage.
Yeah.
And that's why Romana came into existence.
'Cause she's a Time Lord like the Doctor, a Time Lady. But
She was referred to as Time Lord, and then they started referring to her as Time Lady afterwards. It's changed a lot. Yes, the
Quite a lot,
whole
yeah.
series, in many ways, has changed a lot.
well, this audience has gotten more sophisticated too, right?
Well,
And
different.
originally it was geared towards kids. It was a sort of a semi-educational science fiction show
Well, it was supposed
geared
to
towards
be
kids.
history.
Hmm.
Supposed to be to educate the kids on history, and then it became so science fiction connected that it kind of
Hmm.
changed its goal. But yeah, Doctor Who's changed immeasurably over the
The
years.
guy with orange hair is who I remember. Orange hair,
Orange hair,
or more of a ginger.
curly, straight.
Yeah. You, I'm thinking Colin Baker
Well,
because
he's kind
his
of a
hair kind
dirty
of
blonde,
yeah.
but that's why I'm saying curly or straight.
Did he have a really patchwork, multicolored coat, or is he or the one with the long scarf? Here, find an image.
Wow.
Just a lineup shot. There it is. That could have been him. Looks a little orange.
I suppose so.
I suppose.
Hang
Oh, the
on.
War Doctor's not in that.
What?
Yeah, they don't put.
What?
They don't include the War Doctor.
No, 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 no. Then I'm not using that one.
No, no.
No, no, no,
Here, I'm going to do it.
no.
In Total Recall, were you involved in creating the robotic face that came off Arnold's head? No. We were
There's
too
one
young
with
for.
the Wall Doctor.
We were too young for Total Recall, like to work on the show. Worked on the TV series Total Recall 2070, which actually was more Blade Runner than Total Recall, but
Okay.
okay, here we go.
Upload image. Go to desktop, because that's where screen caps live.
And if I remember correctly, in the film Total Recall, that whole face sequence was all CGI. So there have been. I don't think there was any practical effects involved in that.
No, the other way around.
Other way around.
Well, the other picture's so big.
Oh, I see. Yes. Total Recall 27. They actually originally the series they wanted to get the rights for Blade Runner, but Ridley Scott wouldn't release the rights for Blade Runner, so they went
Oh, we're
Total
in
Recall,
front
but it
of-
had nothing to do with the Mars
Okay, we're gonna disappear.
colony or anything along those lines.
All right.
There you go. There's all the Doctors from the beginning to the most recent. 14 of them.
That's right.
For a man who's only supposed to have 12 lives. Maybe his hair was just wild. So I'm thinking in the top row, either the one in the middle with the scarf, which is Tom Baker, or the one second from the right, which is Colin Baker, not related,
With the patchwork.
with the patchwork coat, the plaid, and the yellow lapels.
His hair was just wild. Well, which one? Give me a number.
Could be one of those.
You know, start with one top row, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are the top row, and 8, 9, 10,
8,
11,
8.1. Yeah.
12, 13, 14. Characters would you play in Doctor Who?
Well, let's see. On that row, do we have to pull up some mono pictures?
I'm going to have to, aren't I?
In that row, I played the fifth Doctor on the top row.
Which is how I fell in love with them. The
So I
one
was
with
dressed
the
like that in
celery.
the cricket outfit with the celery stalk on my lapel.
What's with the celery?
And then the second row, the older guy, second from the right, which is the War
Oh,
Doctor.
and Sylvester.
Oh, right. Top row, the very last guy with the question mark umbrella. Played by Sylvester McCoy.
And me. Let me snatch the two companions that I played. There's a picture of Sylvester and Sophie.
Oh, wait, that's us. No.
Yeah, really.
You think it was number 6? Yeah, okay.
I guess his hair kind of came out orange.
He was very arrogant version of the Doctor. Very full of himself.
Like it very much.
No. The actor himself, he's a really nice guy. He's a very good actor, but the character, it's another one of these or situations where an actor gets slammed for the character he plays, just like the guy who recently played the new Captain America in Falcon and Winter Soldier, the series. He's a really good actor. He's not the jerk that the John Walker Captain America is. I like arrogant. Well, you might not like him.
And in my case, let's talk the doctors out of the way. Way back when I met Martin, that's the outfit I was wearing. So that's the character
The
of
white one.
Romana, number one.
Yeah.
On the right hand, yeah, the white
The white hands.
outfit. Yes, the white outfit. Romana number one, and that's what I was wearing when I met Martin, and that's what I've gone back to. Is her character? I love her character. She's a time lady. Well, she's technically a time lord, but and the bomber jacket, the young lady on the left hand side. I'm not doing her anymore, her character anymore, because I'm no longer that young, and the character is supposed to be 16. And when Sophie did the character, she wasn't 16. I think she was 20.
She was in her early 20s
Yeah.
when she played the character. Yeah.
And so was I. So I'm okay with that, but I don't want to. I don't want to play a character that young anymore.
Who's the new Captain America? Chris Evans was good. He was a good Cap. I can't remember the name of the actor because they actually through the series. And I don't want to release any spoilers or anything, but a new person takes on the helm of Captain America and he fouls it up horribly.
During the Doctor Who series, have they made any proper props from then compared to the props now? As in remade props, or as in?
Or
I mean, the props got better with time because BBC was infamous for like no budget, which
Yeah.
is why when we
cardboard
first started,
tinfoil, you know.
first started doing things, we referred to ourselves as not the BBC props department. I thought that was you. What, the Ace or the Romana?
Either one.
Oh, you people are just awesome. Bloody awesome. Well, let's see. Is that what you with the jacket on?
No, that was the
Sophie.
actual character. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the two actors themselves. What is it? I think it's this Dropbox. No, it's that Dropbox Drive. It's got the apps folder. Do I have that converted? Do I have the Doctor Who videos converted? Hang on a sec. I will tell you guys, because that was a long time ago. Long time
We're not
ago.
going to sing that one again, right?
Hmm?
We're not going to sing that one again, right?
Sorry, I still think you mumbled.
We're not going to sing that one, right?
Which one?
Long, long time. I was trying not to sing it.
Chili!
Funny.
Gotcha.
That white outfit, Christina, maybe you should wear it for old time's sake and see how it looks then compared to now.
Well, I remade
She
it.
has it. She remade it. We don't have the original version of that costume anymore.
I sold it.
About 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, you remade it.
My 50th
Your
birthday.
50th, yeah.
Okay, let's see. This doesn't have all. I don't, does it have all the code? Okay, there's. Can I drag and drop on this thing?
I think you can't into the comments, right? Oh.
Ooh,
Oh.
hello, Haps.
Yeah.
Don't remember you doing that
and then there's the more
before.
recent Romana one up top with K9.
Yeah, with K9, yeah. And do I have a shot of my ace on here? Close. Hang on. What? No. Come on. How did I miss ace?
I don't know.
It's supposed to be lumpy. Okay. Okay, that's not fair. That is so not fair. So, hang on one sec, guys. Find.
Where we had recently had your birthday on the Haps, did it feel weird not having folks in the house? Very much so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's your 2 too.
Yeah, that's my second COVID birthday. We're hoping Christina doesn't have to have 2 COVID birthdays. Although your first COVID birthday, we actually managed to go to Stormcrow because they
The
had the
whole
patio
lockdown
open.
had not
yeah.
been. Yeah, the whole lockdown had not happened yet.
So, but for me, there weren't really any options at the time. It was right in the middle of lockdown 1,
But
and
still.
hers sort of fell between the two.
I wanted a party.
I know.
But we have to be safe. Okay, why is this taking
Why is that spinning?
so long? It's spinning instead of doing what it's supposed to.
Loading something. Oh no.
Hang on, I'm gonna find.
Maybe you can take us to Stormcrow. Stormcrow. Um, they're talking about reopening the Toronto patios again, and Stormcrow is one of the first ones that's announced that they're opening up.
Thank God.
Yeah,
I think it's because it's a historical building.
it is. Yeah, but they're only going to be the patios. What's really cool is inside the building. Once everything does open up again, we'll probably, we'll definitely have to do a broadcast from inside because each room, each dining area is a different theme. So you've got like a mad scientist lab
But can we
theme.
not wind up in the underwater
In
anymore?
the Nautilus room.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want a bigger
that's
space.
yeah.
Which means we need more friends.
Yep. They have a red room based on The Shining. They have what else? Like a medieval room, kind of. They have a steampunk room, a diesel punk room. What other ones they have? So definitely some other interesting things. Yeah.
I'm still trying to find a picture of me.
Then they're going to close them again. Yeah. Each washroom is a different theme. That's right, Harold. Yeah. And they have the two little rooms at the front on the second floor. They're above the main entrance. They're basically where they were two of the bay windows on the second floor of the mansion, the building originally was. And one is the hell room and one is the heaven room, and they're decorated accordingly. And they're only really big enough for about 4 people to sit around a little table.
It's
But
nice and
they're really
quaint.
quite cool, and a curtain to close it off for privacy.
Oh, wow, these are old pictures I'm looking at
Oh
right now.
my!
Do you remember looking like that, Martin?
I do. We were so young then. Oh wait, there we go. Oh yeah, me with 2 aces. Which one's which?
You had your ace in a hole.
Excuse me. We weren't that kind of cosplay.
I see if I can get a different one that's just you and I. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. There we go.
Yeah, oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
I like that one too. Okay, ready, guys?
Here we go.
Okay, so.
During the birthday at Stormcrow, what theme were we in? We were doing the Doctor Who thing. We brought
We did
K9
Doctor Who the one year, and then we did
and
Steampunk
the next
the other year.
So we brought both robotic dogs. So there's us, 1987, the weekend we met.
So him dressed, you can see the salary on his lapel. So him dressed as Doctor Number 5, which is... I wish there was a way to do a pointer. But yes, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the time, I had a crush on Peter Davidson, not only for Doctor Who, but for All Creatures Great and Small.
That's
So
right.
that was a huge deal for me. So yeah, that's my
Oh, nice.
first Ramona.
Jill says, Keg Feast Night, we were on the top floor. Had to walk past everybody.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, Chill, you
Is
gotta
that a
help us get
pimp
back
coat?
into this life. I'm so
No.
missing this.
Oh, it's a cricket jacket.
Pimp, it's a cricket, Jack. Oh my God. Ah. And then Ace. There's actually no. The better shot is that other one. Hang on. Everything's gonna
Yeah.
go kind of.
Live preview's not working.
There's Ace and
And Doctor
Sylvester
Number
McCoy's.
7. Yeah.
Yep, Doctor Number 7. And then this may not do it because I'll go this way. Yeah, because the bird's really tiny. So we'll do it that way. There we go. And then that's my new Romana fur, which is closer to the type of white fur they used. And Martin is the War Doctor.
Mm.
I still think you gotta do your hair better.
I think so. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we
we
kind
got
of treated it like halfway between Doctor Number 8 and the War Doctor.
That's
Yeah.
true. You can make
Yep.
a miniature canine.
Why not? When
A
we
lot
have a
of people
why
have.
when we have a full size one?
Did you see how big he is?
Actually, that original photo of the two of us from 1987, that's our friend Edward's three-quarter scale K9.
Yeah, so you can see the difference here. Let me just do the 2K. I look like what, Romana or
Hmm.
Ace? So let me put
Yes
these.
and yes.
So how's this? How's this? Let's see if I can. If
Big K9,
so,
little K9.
K9. See, the wrong way around. This one's got to be on that side. There we go.
There we go.
Better.
Chronologically, our preview's not updated.
That's okay.
There we go.
So the little one was, yeah, a friend of ours made that K9, and he made it smaller, A, material costs, and B, to fit in the back of his friend's little Honda, or was it a little Toyota?
Little
Is that a
Toyota
little hatchback?
hatchback, yeah.
Toyota, that's right. And our K9, we said, nope, we're going to make it to scale. So you can see the size difference. Like, I mean, it's a huge difference. What, you think I look like Romana? Mary Tam?
How long did it take to build the huge K9? I think he's not finished yet.
No, he's
So
not
we
finished.
basically he was a body shell with drive motors, right, and didn't really do much else. I think it took us about 3 weeks to put that one together.
Yeah, we did it on Periscope.
Yeah.
Actually, it was less than 3
We
weeks. 'Cause
we built them on Periscope for Emerald City Comic Con, which is where this photo was taken, and that was literally a month before we moved back to Ontario.
Yeah, because it was the weekend after Emerald City Comic Con,
That we
was
moved,
the move.
That we moved, yeah.
which is why for that Emerald City Comic Con we did not obligate to any panels.
Mhm.
We ran around the whole week. We did these two, and we did our Elfin Ranger, and that's it.
That's right. Yeah.
That's all we brought down, nice and comfy.
No obligations, just
Yep.
hang out in costume.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it was good. It was great. It was
Mhm.
it's been a long time. Do you have to take that dog to the washroom? Yeah, he drops nuts and bolts everywhere. You
Yeah.
know, has little oil leaks.
No, the other girl. Oh, okay. So you're talking about Ace, the one with the jacket.
So Ace. Let's tuck Romana away.
That's actually a really good comparison shot right there.
Just taking a moment to reload. Yeah, she had puffier lips than me, but
Mhm.
we have a similar jawline, that's for sure, and the same, that stereotypical British high forehead.
Mhm. Yeah.
And that vest, we were the first one in Toronto to have one of those vests.
To order that
We had to order it
the
from
sweater.
England.
Yeah, we had to
Yeah.
order it from England. We weren't going to make that one ourselves. Way too many question marks, and neither of us knits.
Well, and we kept these costumes even though we don't look the characters
Yep.
anymore. We kept them anyway because I love the bomber jacket. It took me
Similar, yeah,
forever.
yeah.
I don't have the skirt or
That's-
the top or anything anymore.
The bomber jacket, I think, was the best part.
I think I still have some missing that we never found.
Yeah.
And that vest was precious to us.
Yeah. We still have both costumes. Yeah.
But they don't fit like
No, they
my
don't fit like they used to.
well, my
yeah.
skirt and my.
Yeah.
Well, the bomber jacket fits beautifully.
Well,
I
there's
still
lots
love
of room
it.
in it. Yeah.
I mean, I still bring it to conventions, especially conventions where there's a chill type thing, like that time of year where it might
Not
get
you,
chilly. Not you, Harold. Yes.
Although,
But I will just put on black jeans and a t-shirt and just put my hair in a ponytail and walk around, and people go, "Oh, that's Ace," and I'm like, "Well, I'm halfway there, and too old, but yeah."
but yeah, I mean, when they created the character, the actor went out with the costume designer and toured all the little shops in London, like little head shops, little rock shops, and places like that, to get all the little pins and badges and buttons and patches and everything for the coat.
And this is the world of a cosplayer. Like the cosplays were a little simpler back then.
Mhm.
They've complicated, but it's still the same thing. Certain types of characters, you got to figure out where everything, came from.
Help
When
me
Martin
what?
and I went on our honeymoon, we spent half of it finding what we needed. Like we went through little
Walking
second
around London,
stores.
yeah.
Walking around London. We popped into every little head shop. Not me. What? It's okay, Jill.
Oh no! What Christina was saying, she'll wear the bomber jacket when there's a chill at a convention.
Oh, Vince, no, my bomber jacket is not in plastic.
Nah. As a matter of fact,
I
it's
wear
crammed in the
it.
bottom of a bin right now, isn't it?
What? I thought it was hanging up.
Did we already hang it up?
Check.
I'll check. I'll
Check.
check. I'll check. I think actually, yeah, it did get hung up. Hi, Pip. You probably went out of
No,
your
out
harness, didn't
front.
you?
Don't isn't it?
Up
Is it out
front,
front
yeah.
or in the costume closet?
I think we decided to hang it up front because you wanted to wear it periodically.
Oh no, that bomber jacket.
Uh,
I mean, some of the patchwork on it and stuff I've got to fix. Like the ace on the back is falling off.
Actually, the ace has been fixed up.
Oh, did I?
It's a little loose in a couple of corners.
I guess I did. Don't remember doing that.
Yeah, you wanted it hung up in the front because you might want to wear it out at some point.
Okay,
Ta-da.
hang on a second. Let's not distract. I'm trying to deal with this comment. Hang it, frame it. Oh, that's not a bad comment. Well, I guess some people probably say hang it, frame it, when it comes to people's body parts. I got to a point where I had to take invisible thread. Here, why don't you just hold it? That'll be easier.
I'll hold it.
Yeah, right about there.
Yeah. Great.
A few of these I had to take invisible thread because you couldn't find them anymore. I didn't want to lose them. But, and I wound up trying to stitch these myself because I couldn't find them. Then I finally found them, but they had the extra crew on the bottom of them, all three of them. So I very carefully cut just hold it up.
Holding it up. Holding it up.
I cut the extra crew off the bottom of them so it's the same as hers. And we made some of these, like the Thunderbirds we made because we couldn't find it. The Fanderson we made because we couldn't find it.
Where's the Blue Peters?
The Blue Peters we made because we couldn't find them.
Blue Peter was like a kids show that Sophie was actually on before she was on Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, the Rupert the Bear Club. We had to make because we couldn't find it. Oh, there's a little R2 on here.
Which I don't think she had. I
Pacific
think that
R2
was one of your
Builders.
own. Yeah.
Oh, this was we got from the Pacific. This
Oh,
should be
yeah.
with the rest of the pins on the. It was probably
Oh,
stuck
that's
there
right, yeah.
quickly, just so it wouldn't get lost. A friend of mine made that one for me. Actually, Colleen is still a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
If you look for Colleen Egan Hiller up on Facebook, incredible lady, incredible lady. But she stitched that for me. Underground I got in England. The Watchmen, we had made one, but then we found in England. The Hammer and Sickle. Oh,
Vince is asking if you were ever part of the Blue Peters. Nope.
I wasn't, but she was.
It was a British show, so we weren't in England at the time.
But she was. The actress was. It was her actual Blue Peter pins on the outfit. She got so excited when we were working with her in Chicago. She was like, "Where'd you get those? They're only handed out to cast." And we said, "We made them." And she compared them to hers, and she's like, "Holy crap!" And I'm like, "Yeah, we do that kind of thing."
Mm-hmm.
But the same person who stitched this one stitched that one for me.
Mm-hmm.
The Ace Roofing Company. And the which one was that again? It was the Royal Guard, but I don't remember which one. It's hard to read it now. But hers was colored, mine's brass. Couldn't find the colored ones. Again, 1987 is just and that was stitched by the same person as well. Spider-Man we made. Again, a lot of this kind of symbolism in the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
All over the
Cold
place.
War stuff.
Cold War. Nuclear power. The football we found in England. That one we found in England. That one we found in England.
And yes, on the actual costume, the football was held on with a million safety pins.
Yeah. Well, same with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's got safety pins everywhere. And yeah, the sleeves, it was bought oversized, and the sleeves are safety pinned up.
Yeah.
That's how hers was, so that's how I did mine. I bought it oversized and pinned the sleeves
Christina
up.
went all out for the accuracy on this one, even to a point where we met another ace at
Turn around.
a convention in Chicago, and Christina helped her extensively in collecting and getting
Right.
all
It's a little bit of repair.
the embellishments for her ace jacket.
But this is like the warmest, most comfortable thing I've ever owned, man. It's just so awesome. I mean, I wore things like this in high school, but more to size, not this big and baggy. So it was really fun having this and going this far.
Jazzy says, "I noticed the spaceship." Are you talking about because there's a couple of the STS
background?
missions, the shuttle mission patches. Hey, Chris
Test
Vegan,
the
how are
whistle
you?
and see if it still works. Where'd the whistle go? Oh, the whistle's up here. I used to
little-
blow it all
just
the
a
time
little.
because it just reaches the mouth when you're wearing
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
Put the mic back here. Kind of.
Yeah, not gonna blow it
Kind
too
of.
much because that'll freak out everyone.
Sounds like it's screaming.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the little line on it. Hers is more noticeable. So I'm assuming by spaceship we're talking about the NASA patches.
Mhm.
I had to order those from NASA,
Mhm.
and then I cut off the extra crew, and then there's
Because the patch that Ace's character had didn't have two of the astronaut names. It was from a previous mission that the two of the astronauts hadn't been involved in. So we had to remove it. We had to deface the badge to make it accurate to the costume.
this one was fun because it's the Enterprise. It's the one that didn't have the extra. These two had extra crew, but this one did not. Because the Enterprise didn't really,
It never went into space.
yeah, it never went into space, so it didn't really have much of a crew. And then the bright orange on the inside. That safety orange.
NASA gave you patches? No, you could actually buy them off the NASA,
We had to buy them.
the online store. Actually, that was before.
No, it
was
was
that before
before-
online
yeah,
store?
it
There
was
was mail
before.
order. I was like,
We did a mail order.
yeah.
It was one of, I can't remember which magazine it was, but I ordered them. And yeah, Martin's right. There was another ace that we made all the pins that she couldn't find as well. So we made her Thunderbirds, we made her Spider, we made her Fanderson, we made her
Even
her
the Blue
Watchman
Peters,
because she
yeah.
couldn't find one. We made a Rupert. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. The Harley Davidson
Yeah.
and the second set of
There's like a double neck guitar up here somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, right here.
yeah. There's a double neck guitar up there. The Harley was hell to find. We found it in England. We did find
Oddly
it in
enough,
England, but
an American iconic motorcycle company.
yeah, found a little shop in Piccadilly. Found a lot of
Yeah.
these in that little shop in Piccadilly. But yeah, it. I'm even scared to get it dry cleaned. Every once in a while, I open it up and I spray it with Febreze.
Because
Because
to try to clean this with all the embellishments on it
Yeah.
would be impossible.
you can't bring something like that into a store and say, "Here, clean this." Like a dry cleaner would look at you and go, "No," because that'll just do damage to their machine. So I would have to take off any of the
Everything,
metal,
yeah.
including the safety pins that are holding some of the patches on. And
And
it's,
then
no.
put it all back together again exactly the same.
But she doesn't smell, does she?
No.
She smells like a closet. Because she's been sitting in a closet for years. Is your vest in reach?
I think it's buried in one of the bins. It hasn't
Alright,
been pulled out
thank
yet
you,
to be
Vince.
hung up.
It looks. I love it.
Mhm.
It's so comfortable. It is so warm. So your doctor is buried in. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the pin backing was coming off that one. Damn it.
Huh?
I had
check
to
those
tighten the pin
periodically.
back. Yeah, they were glued. At one time we had put a little bit of. I can't remember. Was it super glue? But over the years they've kind of wheedled their
Super
way
glue or
loose
epoxy
again.
or something. Yeah.
We may want to re-glue those before I wear it again.
Hi, Pip. I guess you want that.
If you look
harness off.
closely at
looking all-
hers, after about 5 episodes, you'll see some of the pins have changed. Like a couple of the pins are gone. And if you look closely, you'll see that all of them are stitched on. So she was losing pins too. And I'm just happy she didn't lose her Blue Peters.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, Blue Peters, those are hard to get because only cast and crew get them. Safety pins are there to hold. Oh boy.
Dozens.
Hang on. I might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 from the looks of it. I think,
About
yeah,
45 or so.
about 45. And there's a few inside hold the pockets more secure and hold a few other things on. Like that's this one is a helmet brooch, right? So it needs a pin to hold it on, but it's inside because it's normally I can't remember how they're attached to the helmets. I'm missing a pin.
Oh, you're right.
Shite.
There's something missing. I wonder if it's in the bottom of the bin that this had been stored in, or is it in a pocket? Did it fall out at some
It's
point? Was it in
possible.
the pocket?
It's happened before. Jacket Flyers Men Intermediate, MA1 style, based in USAF original. Stock number, dry clean only. Yeah, well, not now.
Hmm.
Um,
Dry clean never.
yeah, I don't feel it in the pocket anywhere. I'm gonna have to look at some pictures and see what I'm
Figure
missing.
out what's missing.
Because that's a distinct,
A distinct shape, yeah.
yeah, with a little bit of rust.
Yep.
I'm missing something. Oh my god.
No, the helmet badges were held on with cotter pins. Okay,
Oh,
thanks, Harold.
okay.
Yeah.
And there's something else
One
missing here
another
too.
missing there. Yeah.
Some
Uh-oh.
of
Uh-oh.
my pins are gone. Shite.
Well, this is over a 30-year-old costume. It's held up really well.
Yeah, there's where the back of that pin was. You
Yeah.
can see rust there too.
I mean, even though over the past several years it hasn't been worn, but still.
No, I wore it last Emerald City Comic Con.
Yeah.
Damn. Got to take some pictures, look at some pictures and see what's missing.
Hmm.
45, yeah.
Old Scout Stetsons.
Thank
felt
God
the
for
same
cheapy
way,
stores.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have some pants to go with that jacket? Hey, Don.
Hi, Don. We're actually going to be heading out because there's a lot we still have to do.
Yeah. Oh, we're at 3 hours, huh?
So if there's anything else that people want to ask questions about regarding cosplay or the entertainment industry, now is the time.
Mm-hmm.
Our earpieces have been saying that they're running low,
Mm-hmm.
so we won't be able to hear anyone if they decide to come on. Yes, you're the other Mando. You and
Yep.
Katrina. Where did Katrina go? She was here a moment ago.
She was here a few minutes ago, yeah.
But Ewing and Katrina are the Mandos,
What date is that story? That'll be the 29th.
which is also the day we met.
Yep.
So that will be the 34th anniversary
Yeah.
of the day we met. So the 34th anniversary of...
This photograph. Use baby pins.
Okay. So yeah, that'll be 34 years after that picture was taken.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
Well, we've changed.
You think? Let's see if I can get a picture where, a little more close up of the two of us. From that.
Might be just better getting back in from some dive work. Hopefully I remember.
I hope so. If not, you can catch the replay. But so much easier to heckle each other live.
Yep.
There's more pictures here from that day.
Well, there was one of you with you in the pink outfit too, I think.
Stones of Blood. Yeah, that was the easiest. That was the very first outfit I did. It was the Stones of Blood.
It's one of you with canine there.
Yeah, but I'm too
On that
tiny.
weekend.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
the both of us.
Both of us.
The both of us. Oh God, the both of us. Well, that was just a few weeks later.
I was in MapleCon, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was MapleCon. So
I
it's not
caught
that
the
far off.
replay last time. It was great, but it was way more fun to be on hand and comment during the original
Yes.
broadcast. Yep.
Well, fingers crossed. Here. This is the, just a few weeks later. A couple weeks later. Oh, it's not going to go big unless I...
Unless you temporarily shut us off.
It's a wide shot. Wanted to do a comparison.
Ah, I see.
As from Ramona's other outfit.
Actually, was that a few weeks later? Or was that was the next year because that's your riding coat, the purple riding coat, which you made in my
Oh.
first apartment.
That's right. That's right.
That
Martin's
was the
good at this
next
game.
year. Oh, there's a racy shot of the two of us.
Which one? Us kissing from the wind? Yeah. Well, they can't see our faces in that shot.
I know.
Doesn't work if they can't see our faces. Come on. And Haps, I love this drag and drop.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me really happy. Hang on. Where? This one. That one should work.
There we go. Yeah.
Still not super close. I know we have some close-ups. I don't know why they're not in this folder, but...
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, talk about change, huh?
Well, things developed to where she made a purple riding coat in your apartment. That's an important stage in the relationship. It is. Well, this was the apartment she almost burned down too with the chicken wings.
That's true.
Um, but that was also that
Oops.
was my first place in Toronto, and she would visit a lot, and then a lot more, and then
Not yet.
Star Wars grocery shopping yet in your new neighborhood? Oh, have we? Not yet. No.
It's just a little better shot, but it's so small. So small. I'm not talking about you, Martin. It's okay.
I know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You really sound it.
Uh huh. Can you believe me?
Nope. Oh, you want to see how cute he was?
Oh my God.
What? What?
Oh, the nearly burned down your place with chicken wings. Yes, that typically follows the purple riding coat in construction stage.
Actually, that came first.
We moved right along. Actually, yeah. The chicken wings were first.
Oh, look at him. See, I love the color of his hair
I
back
was
then.
about
Oh my god.
18 or 19 at that point. Yeah.
No, I took
Or
this
was it?
picture.
Oh, that's right. So I would have been 20, 21. Yeah.
I did Star Wars
Club-
Cub Me.
Cub meeting.
Nice. Nice. Martin was so awkward back then.
I was.
Okay, you want to see a picture of my first convention?
Oh my.
BuffaloCon. No. That's the... Darn it, hang on. My very first...
Well, your very first convention was the one that you were. Oh no, it wasn't.
down in Buffalo.
It was down in Buffalo. That's right. Yeah.
And then, I don't think I have pictures from it then. Because my first pictures ever taken of me in that outfit was Who Party 7.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. As said, it typically follows the purple coat stage. I wouldn't expect you two to do everything normal. Yeah, we did the
Wow.
other way around then. Now it makes sense. The whole
Ah.
typically thing.
There you
Very
go.
typical.
It's my first con. Let's do a wide picture. Did you go? No.
Battery
Yes, I
low.
know battery's low. Where do I know?
Wait,
Why
it's
not?
loading still. There it is.
Ah. There you go. That's my friend Robert and my other friend Robin.
Mhm.
And I'm in the pink.
Who's the hottie in the pink dress? That would be her. That's what she was wearing when I met her.
It's true. I changed into the
In the
The
white
fur.
fur. Yeah,
Yeah.
later.
That's when all the photos started.
When did your hair start growing out? Since it was short when you were younger. It was around 98, 99 that I started growing my hair longer. And it was almost entirely, well, partly because of some of the characters that we were doing cosplay of. But when Star Wars Episode 1 came out and the first images of Qui-Gon showed up on, on the media, then we were like, okay, no, got to do this. So I started growing my hair, just letting it grow out.
And I don't know how many of you are avid Doctor Who watchers, but this was fun. Anthony Ainley was at a convention that we were doing
There she is again.
all the prop displays for. And, this is us on stage with him and Martin
And
beaming.
our console. Yeah, I was geeking out a little bit. What happened to the sound?
What?
Did our hang on.
Did our
No, it's still
no?
running.
It's still running.
Did we this one's running?
No, we can hear
That one's
ourselves.
running? Yeah. Anyone else having audio problems? Our mics are still operating, we can see that. Now it's back again. Oh, okay.
Okay. Don't know.
But yeah, that was the console that we built that we took on display down to. This was in Columbus, Ohio. We reloaded. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And Anthony Ainley there played the Doctor's arch nemesis, the Master. in the series. Who's one of the actors that played the Master, who's on another Time Lord. So they were able to have multiple actors play him over the years. And yeah, we got the opportunity to take the console, move it on stage for him to do his Q&A panel, and he invited us up on stage to pose with him.
And one of my favorite pictures of Martin.
Oh yes, Dr. Freddy. There you
All
go.
right,
Keep your pants on.
Don.
Thanks for joining us, Don.
Exit signs. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's one of my favorite pictures of Martin.
I can't even remember whose Freddy glove that was.
Roberts.
Oh, that was Roberts. That's right. Okay.
That was up in his hotel room. He told you to throw it on because it would be
Right.
funny to have the doctor, doing the Freddy thing. Because he feels you look a lot like the actor.
Right, like Robert Englund.
Yeah. So you threw it on your hand as instructed, like you should when a photographer instructs you to do something. And yeah, you went all psycho on us. And there's the first Dalek. That was fun. And there's the little canine again.
TV Ontario. This is back when we volunteered for one of the pledge drives for one of the local PBS, Ontario-based PBS stations.
Whereas I just uploaded that screen cap. There it is.
I don't know if those phone numbers work anymore.
It's okay, they're TV Ontario.
You can see Christine and I in the back of the shot.
Replica of the hand with the sharp nails. Let's see what it looks like now. It would be great. Unfortunately, we would not be able to wear it to a convention.
Yeah, really.
Ever. So, ladies and gentlemen, cool. Don't
Boys and
yawn,
girls.
Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for us to go as there's plenty to be done.
Mhm.
You may or may not see us tomorrow. Tomorrow is the anniversary of my father's passing, and we have still a lot to do here.
Mhm.
We've decided to go a sticky note method of what's coming up, and we have to focus on Anime North and getting that lightsaber done. So whatever we need to get finished for Anime North or fixed up for Anime North has to. Oh, thank you, Joel.
Hey, Joel. Thank you.
Yay! So, we got an award at the end.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Awesome.
We got an award at the end. Woohoo! Remember, $5 worth of awards or a $5 monthly sponsorship, and you get written into the Storytimes.
Mhm.
So everyone, rack up your $5. Christina, my thoughts and prayers are with you. Thank you, Eric.
It's been 14 years, but yeah.
It's still like he's still not buried.
Mm.
So that's a story that's earlier on in this broadcast if you want to watch the repeat.
Mm.
But one day I'm hoping to have the funds I need. We were going to use part of Martin's parents' inheritance. And I was so happy when Martin said that. But life happened.
Mhm.
So, yeah. I sure hope so, Eric. I mean, it's not like his urn is taking a lot of space, but it's a constant reminder of some really interesting times.
Mm.
You know, the curse, may you live in interesting times. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a curse for a reason. So, just got to get a couple thousand together.
Mhm.
But we found his brother in an unmarked grave. So we've gotten permission from the cemetery to bury the two of them together. But we have to pay for a plaque that has both of them on it, and we have to pay for the actual burying fees and stuff like that. So he still sits on a shelf, and I go visit his brother, when I can. So tomorrow we'll probably spend part of the day at a cemetery in Coburg.
Mhm.
just to kind of do a bit. And yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone, remember, Eric, I've been wanting to bury him since he died.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a bit of a rush. I know he's
Yep.
not going anywhere, but I'm tired of being responsible for it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of family stories that I just don't tell in public. So maybe one day when we get a chance, we'll be in the same space physically and we'll chat.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, it's all good. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's an overglorified, massive paperweight. It's a beautiful urn.
It is, yeah.
But yeah,
It's a nice oak box. Yeah.
yep, with a metal inside
And
to it.
metal liner, yeah.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
So everyone respect yourself more than anyone else can, and all will be fine. And self-love is immeasurably important. And remember, $5 worth of rewards or $5 sponsorships, and you get to be part of the storyline. You know, story time. And everyone take care of yourself and be safe. And Martin,
Yes.
say, may the force be with you, Martin.
May the force be with you, Barton.
You almost said that as if your nose was
I
clogged
know,
up. Do you
I
want to
know.
try again?
May the force be with you, Martin.
That's right. That's kind of like an Obi-Wan. Do you want to do it as Qui-Gon?
May the force be with you, Martin.
I prefer Qui-Gon's
Yes.
voice. Like I love Alec Guinness
That's
and
it.
Obi-Wan, but
Mm-hmm.
I've got a soft spot for
For Liam.
Oh yeah.
Must be the Irish.
Sure, we'll go with that. All right, folks.
I have certain skills. I will find you and I will kill you. Wait. Different Liam Neeson character.
Hey, Martin.
Yep.
Say shush up, Martin.
Shush, Martin.
All right, folks. We'll talk to you again later. Thanks. Bye. And hey, promote the story time. Promote the store for us. Let's get some sales going. And remember, the autograph photos have gone up. So they're cheap. They're reasonably priced. They're easy to get, easy to mail, and they support Martin and I immeasurably because they're easy to produce as many as you want. All right, later. Amazing night. I hope you sleep well. Thank you. Bye.
Keep it time.
We had a great time in Montreal. Montreal was all hard floors. Right? Go on, camera. Camera.
Took a nail, scratched it to death. I'd like to. That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite. No. Well, look up
So how much styrofoam?
Way too much styrofoam. The birds are confused. Like, what's this city doing?
Oh,